Yo, for once, my water boiled before the timer ran out and not as the timer ran out. And I think that is a great sign of how good this stream is gonna be. Not to jinx it or anything, but hello. Asking you to spill the tea, but not like this. Yeah, not literally over my favorite sweater. Like that was not... I immediately, I was literally on my way out the door this morning and I forgot to properly cap the hot water bottle that I was taking my tea to work in. And as I leaned over, I was put in my backpack water bottle slot. And as I leaned over to zip up my boots, I felt something curiously warm and wet on my back. And I was like, what's this? That was horrible. It was truly deeply horrible. I was wearing a thick denim jacket. So the fact that I was able to feel it leaking through my denim jacket and then through my sweater and then through my heat tech underneath it all was in the 5 seconds I bent over to zip my boots. I was like, oh shit, that's a real spill. Is the teacher teaches us about proper grammar with a bottle of whiskey on hand. You're right, I should have gotten alcohol. I actually recently, you guys know I've kind of been on an alcohol freeze for a little while because my tolerance got too high again. And I also just want to be the kind of person who doesn't drink too much alcohol, which for a period of time was becoming problematic for me. So I think I'm in a healthy zone again. And I've picked up some of the, what was it called? The seltzer water? The carbonated, what do they call it? Hard seltzers. I picked up the yuzu hard seltzer that I told you guys about. Just to in those relatively rare moments where I'm like, bro, I need a fucking drink, then I have something. Ying hair looks uneven. Does it? It's freshly cut, but I may have done a really bad job straightening it today, so that's probably why. Sorry about that. Good catch. I guess it is a little jagged here. Yeah. Whenever I don't straighten properly and the layers are not all evenly straightened out, it looks jagged. And then my hairstylist yells at me. She's like, "You're making my work look sloppy." I'm like, "I'm sorry." Just never do up your boots. You're right. Just waddle out, shoes akimbo. Hi everyone, what's up? Was it, wait, what do you mean nectar or lunar? What is this? Nectar? Wait, what does nectar have to do? Quite literally spilling the tea. Yeah, no, literally spilling. That's why my starting soon screen said the first thing I did this morning was spill tea. Because literally spilling tea, not like my coworker sliding into my DMs on Slack like, "Hey." Wait, oh my god, right before this stream I found the most hilarious, hold on, I'm gonna pull it up. Okay, because I have a screenshot of it. I was prepping, like scheduling a Slack announcement to go out tomorrow on the work Slack. So I was looking for emojis that had to like Slack emotes that we had that had to do with like cleaning or something like that. Because I was announcing like a new GraphQL linter thing that we're enabling. And so in the process, I found an incredible custom emoji at work where I'm just going to describe it to you because I'm like probably not allowed to show you guys or whatever. But like imagine in your head like an animated Slack emote that starts as like the normal smiley Slack emote, and then slowly it like grows little blue things and then little red dots, and then the rest of the face like fades in to the clown emoji. And so basically it's a transformation animation from normal smiley to clown emoji. And the name of this custom emote on Slack is calculated decision to leave tech debt for now and clean it up later. Which I am now going to use as a Slack reaction every time an engineer is like, "Oh, we'll clean it up later." I'll be like, calculated decision to leave tech debt for now and clean it up later. It was a calculated decision, but boy, am I bad at math. I mean, that's why every time we get engineer estimations, we're told to double, nay, triple it. So I'm the same way though, to be fair. I like wrote up a whole project proposal like a month ago where I was like, "I can get this done in 2 sprints." And then my manager was like, "All right, got it, 4 sprints." And I was like, "Sir," but he was right. It was 4 sprints. Anyway, 1K points to a song request. I forgot. Oh, shoot. We should probably re-enable redeems. I think if mods disable it, I cannot actually re-enable them, which is very funny. But if a mod can help me turn it back on, thank you. I forget if we ever brought them back. Justify, what's up? Hello. Me as a DS on every project. We should do this now so it doesn't come to haunt us later. 5 months later, what did I tell you about coming to haunt us later, you fucks? Yeah. I feel like we probably hear that from our data engineers a lot and data scientists too. Anyways, thanks for re-enabling. Momo, it is funny. Engineers are fucking so good. I love it. Sometimes it's really fun. I actually think, like, people always like, "Oh, like working in tech is so soulless." And I'm like, working in tech is so silly. It's so deeply silly. I feel like it's hard to find culture. And this is why I always say that gaming is kind of tech adjacent, because I feel like they have the same culture. Or like a more niche version of engineering culture. The types of companies where someone will spend dozens of hours building a special internal web app just for you to like post specialized memes that only fellow coworkers at your company will understand, you know? Like that kind of, it's like college campus type culture. And I feel like it's hard to find that in like working adult life outside of the tech industry or the gaming industry, so. Yeah. Why do people go into tech? Because it pays well. I'm just going to be upfront. I'm going to be real. Yeah. How deep is your silly? It's a very shallow silly. Thank you for the gift sub, Sleepy Troll. Welcome to Kyleo. Welcome to the clutch. I appreciate it. That was very random, but thank you. If you want to feel soulless, go do that since it is super formulaic. Yeah. All tech work really is. Well, I'm not going to say all. The vast majority of tech work is pretty formulaic, but I don't think that is untrue of most other jobs as well, to be fair. So like of the types of jobs I've worked, to be fair, it probably is the most soulless out of the set that I've worked. But for me, I was mostly like in education and then I switched into tech. So oh, you're not talking about tech work? You're talking about your experiences in non-tech Fortune 500. Oh, well, I'm also talking about tech work. They can both be soulless, I guess. I have interned at a tech company. It was really wholesome since I'm just a stupid high schooler that knows nothing about the industry. I do feel like interning is probably like if you're at a company that treats you well, interning is probably the peak tech worker experience. It's so fun. It's like the silliest part. And everyone loves it when their interns are a bit silly. I just found out that our team is getting some interns, so I'm excited. I haven't had an intern in a while. Someone gifted me a sub for a wedding gift the other day, paying it for. That's sweet, Sleepy Troll. I appreciate it. I hope the wedding went well. I think last time you were here, it was upcoming, right? Was it on Sunday? How'd it go? Are you married? Was it successful? Speaking of good pays, is true to anyone else here getting promotions this month? Oh, because it's end of fiscal year for a lot of people, right? Well, good luck and congrats to anyone getting promotion. I'm still trying to find myself and see what I want to do when I'm 23. I'm feeling bad. No, I feel like most people age 23 don't know what they're doing, to be honest. But I get ya. I think it's normal to feel bad at that age. Once your frontal lobe becomes fully formed between the ages of 24 and 26, you will feel a vast difference in your life satisfaction. I hope, in most cases. What do you think about the massive layoffs? I know! Oh my god. Mostly in gaming right now. It's been kind of shocking. Was it Sony and EA that announced today? I think EA announced they were going to lay off like 5%, and then Sony, I don't remember. I don't know. I just know that my whole Twitter TL was in a hubbub today about layoffs, so every day I'm freshly grateful I'm in fintech. How I got a title promotion. Nobody told you about a promotion? How is that possible? How does that happen? Did you not have a manager? Like what was this? You didn't run away from your wedding. Congratulations. Okay, good luck building your bookshelf. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you enjoy. Say your vows. Rolls initiative. Wait, I think okay. I was thinking really hard, like, do any of the D&D nerds among my friends, like, are any of them getting married soon? And could I get any of them to roll initiative to say their vows? Saying your vows is turn-based combat. You heard it here first. 24? You evolved this year? I hope you do, Callahan. I'm praying for you. Layoffs occurred since companies criminally overhired in the last decade. And yeah, no, absolutely, for sure. It's almost like a market correction, I guess, but it feels real shitty for all the people impacted by it. So I don't know. We'll see how things pan out in the long run. I think it'll be okay, but I'm also not one of the people impacted, so I don't think I get to say that. So I'm gonna sit here and be very quiet while I don't get laid off. I only found out from my auto-gen email. Wait, so your automatic email signature went from like junior to senior or whatever, and you were like, Pika? Wait, what? This is almost like I found out I got laid off because I couldn't sign into my email anymore. But the better version of that. Scrabble! Happy 12 months, thank you for the resub. Couldn't get my Twitch Prime to work, so here's some of my actual real, thank you for your actual real money as a uni student, especially. Glad you can finally catch a stream. Thank you for I'm glad the Christmas package arrived safely, and I'm glad it's sitting proudly in your door. I'm very honored. Glad it was safe. I actually still have a few. I'll call myself out. I have them in this pouch of undelivered postcards I still haven't done. It's literally almost the end of February, and I still have this many postcards I haven't done, which in my defense, I did the vast majority. Okay, this is like, I don't know, like a dozen left. And I think I got most of our mods, at least, because I tried to prioritize them. I may have missed about 5, so I will get to you all. I will! I know it's almost March, but I will get through these holiday cards once I do my taxes. Unfortunately, those go first. Like, I don't think Threes has been sent out yet, actually. Let me check. Wait, I did send Threes. I haven't sent... Oh, no, I actually got pretty much all of our mods. There's only... Like, Probe is like an honorary mod. I haven't hit Probe yet. Probe is also in China. So I need to ship internationally, which is gonna be a time. It's gonna be a time. Yeah, you did get with the squeaky, exactly. Oh, and I got to see you play with the squeaky. I thought that was money. Speaking of, are you allowed to show money on streams? Oh my god, yeah, is it like, you know how Hollywood has to follow like super strict laws about like whether they can show like real money on stream or things that look like real money? I don't think they can, right? So they have to have like really elaborate, like obvious Monopoly money energy type money whenever they do show money. There's like rules about what they have to label their money with. The Rat Girl too, welcome to chat. Hello, how's it going? It's It's going. It's been a week. I'm allowed to say that because now it's Wednesday. I know the last time I said that it was Tuesday, but Wednesday is more okay for that statement. It is going. It's going. We're getting through the week. How are you? About layoffs, my mom got one in January, but luckily had almost a year of severance. That's amazing, actually. That's quite generous. I'm impressed. I hope it worked out for her in the long run. By the time Ying sends 2023 holiday cards, it will be time to send 2024 holidays. Shh. I technically still have 2022 holiday cards that I never sent out, but at a certain point, I just kind of said, fuck it. So, it's okay. Sometimes we have to cut our losses, you know? Move on. Sometimes we have to move on with our lives. Me too about the 2022 cards. Yeah. You know how it is. Yeah. We have to live our lives. Not everyone's gonna get a holiday card, and that's just how it's gonna be sometimes. But I think I hit all of our editors. I'm gonna double check really quick. I think I hit, maybe not. I'm gonna double check that. My sheets are being kind of weird. Anyway, Monday is okay for that statement too. Oh, thank you, Monray, for validating me, because I say it on Monday a lot. I dial into Monday meetings and people are like, how are you doing? And I'm like, is it Friday yet? No, don't talk to me. What's happening? Oh, we're supposed to be learning about herbs and Chinese medicine, but I got sidetracked already because we just started. Technically, that's not sidetracking. Technically, that's warm up, because I said so. My stream, my rules. Okay, that's okay, because I actually do have stuff. Hold on. I realized I should have reorganized my layout a little. Is the music too quiet, by the way? Too loud, too quiet? Let me know. Corin! Happy 31 months! That's nuts! Thank you for the resub and for modding for so long. I appreciate you. Welcome back. Dinner time for me. Enjoy, Momo. Enjoy your lurk. Okay, music is just perfect in my opinion. Okay, perfect. Thank you for validating me. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna rearrange my window a little bit so you guys aren't like, here, let's do this. So I'll move this towards the center a little, and then you guys can, where's chat? We can do like we can do that thing where you guys are the thought bubble above my head. I always really like it when chat's up there. Okay, like this. Yeah, that's cute. We'll do that. Solid. Live stream setup. Okay. Clean. Let's go. Your resub will be 30th next month. Time is not real, Severus. That's so crazy to me. You get all your info from the NIH? Was it the NIH that recently did like a huge document or like web page deletion situation and then everybody was like screaming about lost media? Was that the NIH or was it something else? Might have been something else, I forget. Gotta go write a shit ton of essays. Good luck, person. We are the voices in Ying's head. That's how I like it. Wait. How does the line from Voices of the Chord? all the roads inside my head loop back to you line? Hold on. I want the English lyrics. Where's the, yeah. All the roads inside my head loop back to you. But I was like, it reminded me of the thought bubbles. That was a very ADHD moment. Just count that in. I'm becoming more self-aware. I'm not sure about the deletion. I use it mostly for rat health and behavior. Hence the username, because you're a rat girl. How many rats do you have? I actually really wanted pet rats for a while, but then we got a cat. And I realized that was probably not a good idea for me to get rats after we have a cat, because the cat would probably terrorize the rats. And that's probably not a good idea for the rats. I think the cat would probably have a great time and the rats would really not have a good time. So. But I'm curious. I feel like everyone I know who has rats has at least like 3 to 6 at minimum. This is the voice in your head saying, it be like that. Are we role playing the voices in my head? I love it. Keep it coming. Okay. Anyway, long story short, today on stream, we're gonna just read a bunch of stuff about traditional Chinese medicine. This came up 1 or 2 streams ago, maybe last stream, because we were doing an unboxing stream, and at some point I mentioned my mother. I don't know how we got into this topic anymore, but I was talking about how my mom was saying that she, even though she was trained as a mechanical engineer, if she weren't a mechanical engineer, she would have become a Chinese medicine major. And that was surprising to me because in my head, she's a mechanical engineer, you know what I mean? And like, just based on our like assumptions about people and stereotypes, like I didn't expect that. In retrospect, I actually think it makes a lot of sense. It's just that in the moment I was like, that is shocking. So it made me realize I don't know anything about traditional Chinese medicine. And the last time I'd like had any update on it was probably like a podcast many years ago. So it's time to read a little more. My current understanding, let's define the starting point. My current understanding when it comes to Chinese traditional medicine or traditional Chinese medicine, TCM as people call it, I'll say TCM on stream just to simplify, is that it's considered alternative medicine. And alternative medicine as a header, as like a genre, has kind of a bad rap. So I think I have a lot of assumptions about how credible some of it is. I also, however, have a very biased lens as a Chinese person who was raised on Chinese medicine. I think I've internalized a lot of the beliefs, like the belief system around it. And I think I call bullshit on a lot of things, but there are also certain things about traditional Chinese medicine that have worked for me. And I don't know if that's placebo effect or coincidence or because they actually work. And I'm a single data point. So I'm curious, mostly today I'm curious to see how well studied certain subjects are and which subjects are less studied and like where the gaps are. So I did some like preliminary research and I found some web pages that seem promising, and also mostly I'm interested in the Wikipedia page, to be honest. So we'll see. I guess we'll see. Yeah, I hope this will be interesting for you all. I'm really enjoying these Wikipedia streams, so I'm hoping we can keep doing them for a while. I've always joked that like I'm not like a trivia buff, but I do like learning random things. Not from a trivia lens, just from like a I'm curious about random things kind of lens. This should be an interesting deep dive. I'm super curious about TCM in general, so this is great. Yeah, I should say my experience with TCM so far growing up has been what was it called? Any of the Chinese people in chat can help me out. Is it called banlangen? Banlangen? There was like an herbal blend. Sorry, I feel like there's like you know that feeling where you have like a hair on your face? And there's like something tickling you, but you can't find it? That's what I'm feeling right now. Like, there's nothing here. What am I hallucinating? Anyways. Does anyone here, am I real? How can mirrors be real if our eyes aren't real, Banlangen? Yeah! Oh my god! The NIH has an article about Banlangen! Dude, efficacy and safety of Banlangen granules in the treatment of seasonal influenza. Study protocol for a randomized controlled trial. I'm so glad we started here. Okay, so I was raised on Banlangen. Instead of daily like vitamin supplements, which I also took. I took like vitamin gummies in the morning, and then in the evenings I took banlangen, and it was always in the form, I don't know how you guys took it. I see Sakura Starburst like very recognizing it. It was like a little rectangular prism of a tablet looking thing. And I know it comes in many forms, but this is how I took it, because the tablet form also had like sugar in it, and then you would like dissolve it in hot water, and it would be this like herbal, like sweet flavor. And I remember at first I really hated it because it tasted like herbs, and as a child you like don't really like that flavor. But it wasn't exactly bitter, it was just herby. And so over time, I think I like grew to like the flavor, but I also haven't taken it since childhood. So honestly, maybe I should order some banlangen, because it's been a while and I kind of miss it. But yeah. For example, coca leaves can be beneficial for helping altitude sickness go away. Are there any studies on coca leaves? Yeah. Exactly. There was a whole podcast I listened to about that too. Also, let me see if you answered my question. I feel like I missed it. Single rats are very, very not recommended because they're social creatures and get very depressed when alone. You have two. Oh, yeah. That's what I read as well when I was doing my research. I also heard that they're very susceptible to certain illnesses and especially cancer. So I hope that's not the reason you were talking about looking into things for your rats. Praying for their health. Vitamins and banlangen. Man's gonna live for fucking ever. Why do you think I am so robust of temperament? It's because I had vitamins in the morning and banlangun in the evening. That being said, I don't actually know what goes into banlangun except that it was like some random concoction of Chinese herbs and sugar. So I'm very excited that when I Googled, here, let me show you. When I Googled banlangun, the first subject that showed up, the first result was this study, efficacy and safety of banlangun, which they simplified to BLG, which is very fun to me. I will be calling it BLG from now on. You got yours in tablets. Yeah, I've also seen powder packet forms, but the one that I liked the most was the tablet, so that's what my mom got for me when I was in Shanghai. The kind I had was granular. You added hot water to make it a tea. Yeah, I think that's the packet, like the sachet version I'm thinking of. Over the years, I've started adding more and more sugar to it since people in the West don't like bitter taste. Wait, what do you mean people in the West? People in the West are taking banlangun now? But as someone with low sugar tolerance, I will drive through the Tri-County area to get the low sugar version. I haven't had it in like probably over a decade. So now you're making me very curious. I didn't know it was like catching on in the West at all. Thankfully, they're healthy right now. I just enjoy learning about them, improving on their enclosure and what I can do to improve their quality of life. Okay, you sound like you're having the time of your life raising these rats, so I'm very happy for you. I hope you enjoy improving their enclosure. Ying's age is infinite due to banlangun. I hope that's actually how it works. I hope I can skip Taoist cultivation and just leapfrog to transcending mortality purely by drinking Chinese herbs. What? Okay. Anyway, what is banlangun anyway? Oh, thank you. Banlangun is a traditional Chinese herbal medicine. It has been used for the prevention and treatment of virus-related respiratory diseases. Has it? I didn't take it to prevent illness. I took it to, well, actually, to be fair, I was about to say I take it to promote health. And then I realized that promoting health and preventing illness is kind of the same thing. BLG contains some antiviral compounds, does it? But few evidence-based clinical studies have been conducted to assess its efficacy against influenza specifically. We assess the effects of BLG on the treatment of seasonal influenza in an evidence-based clinical trial. This is so exciting. How recent is this? This is from 2015? That is not even that recent. Oh, sorry, my webcam lost focus. 1 second. I just choked on my own spit. Focus. Okay, it's fixed. Solid, solid, solid. Okay. Remember drinking it as a cold medicine. So you took it because you were already sick? That was when you took banlangun? I had it every night. So freaking cool. Maybe I should see if I can find some to try. Let's, hold on. What is even in it? 1 second. What? Do you think on Amazon they're like required to disclose ingredients or something? Banlangun tea. I wonder where the cubes my mom got were from, because that was quite a long time ago. Hold on, let's see. Is there nothing about the ingredients? Wait, there must be. They must be. Oh, fenugreek? Wait, is banlangun just literally fenugreek? Is that all it is? Is the Chinese name of fenugreek banlangun? Wait. Oh, it says subjects are going to be recruited. You're right, Matthew. Hi, also welcome. Good to see you. They are well, it's also saying we conducted, right? Oh, wait, what? The tenses in this aren't working out. Trial study has been registered in 2014. Unknown status. It's sponsored by a Chinese medicine company in Guangzhou. And it was posted, last updated in 2016. Oh, there's actually a study overview here. Publications? No publications available. So maybe they never came back to update. We don't know if it's done yet. Maybe it's still ongoing. Maybe it's very long term. We're looking at a cool herb. Hold on. Fenugreek. Oh, my mom is calling. 1 second. Hello, 我现在在直播。可以等会儿打回来吗？哦，哦。Yeah? Do you need it? Oh, okay. 我今天晚上带过来。你过来。我才刚开始啊。 Oh. Oh. Okay, 好的好的. Okay. All right. Bye-bye. Sorry. It said my mom called. It was my dad. It was my dad on the phone. I was like, jump scare. I'm gonna set something out. He's gonna come by and pick it up, but I said I'm streaming, so he's gonna avoid disrupting us. I'm gonna run a quick 1 minute ad while I go. I'm gonna take a bathroom break and set a thing out so he can pick it up. We will reconvene in 1 minute, okay? BRB, 1 second, 60 seconds. I'm back. What's up? It said failed to start commercial, which is pretty funny. I don't know why. Anyway. Rat girl, I'm glad you're enjoying yourself. Drat. It's whatever. Okay. What were we saying? I was wondering whether Batlankan is literally fenugreek. Do you think if I put it into Google Translate? You watched 2 commercials? Wait, what? It said commercial failed to start for me. Okay. Well, thanks for the tanking the commercials. Huluba? Then what's Banlangun? I'm sorry. We literally are already deep diving. Network pharmacology study on the mechanism of the Chinese medicine radix is titties. I'm sorry. The opportunity presented itself and I couldn't not take it, okay? When there's low-hanging fruit, you gotta indulge. Anyway, Banlangun. We can be 7 years old sometimes for fun. Why not? Radix is a titty. Banlangun is a well-known traditional Chinese. Wait, what? It plays a pivotal role in COVID-19? But we don't know its active ingredients or the mechanism. So they're looking into whether it actually has a pharmacological effect on COVID-19 through network pharmacology technology. There are 33 active ingredients. Banlangun participated in the biological processes of protein phosphatase binding, tetrapyrrole binding. These are a lot of words I don't know. The COVID-19 may be treated by regulating advanced glycation end products or a receptor for advanced glycation end product signaling pathway, interleukin 17 signaling pathway, tumor necrosis factor signaling pathway. Has a potential pharmacological effect on COVID-19, which has the value of further exploration. Wait! 2021? August 2021. This is pretty wild. That's a lot of active effects. Okay, so I think long story short, Banlangun is not fenugreek, but maybe fenugreek is one of the herbs in Banlangun because it sounds like there's a lot more in it. It may mostly be this though. Is it titties? I can't even, there's a cookie thing, and so I can't even click your stupid continue. I'm gonna sign my life away. Oh, or maybe it really is just this root, right? My assumption was because it was called like something gun, and for those of you who don't know, gun in Chinese is just root. It just means root. And so my assumption was it's like the root of some herb. Like this is just an herb, and maybe they've like added in other herbs because different like brands make different, it tastes very different. But I guess it is like a specific root. Indigo. So it's just indigo? Woad? Woad? Like that one shield I found in Baldur's Gate 3? What is woad? What is woad? Has not been adequately studied in clinical trials. Well, what's this website? I don't know, unclear. It's a cancer center thing. What about Dr. Perky? What? What? What's Dr. Perky? It's even more mystery juice than Dr. Pepper. Abstracts are supposed to be pretty eye-catching. That is the point, is to get you to read it, right? They're like the thumbnail of a YouTube video. This just in. Scholars clickbait people into reading their publications by making misleading abstracts. Okay, let me see. How should we do this? Kind of want to take notes. I'm kind of tempted. Okay, I'm gonna try not to let my ADHD brain go down the note rabbit hole. I realized I didn't even finish. We got sidetracked as I was halfway through my introduction of like, here's my experience so far with traditional Chinese medicine and like why I'm curious about it. So I grew up drinking Banlangun, which now we know is a root, like an indigo, like a Chinese indigo root. Sorry, that was such a distracting thought again that I had to like reformulate my thoughts. I drank a cube of it every night mixed into hot water. But other than that, I would say that my only other experience comes from like, I remember early on when I first started getting my period in like middle school, like late middle school. I was pretty late, I think. I remember my mom, the first few months, showed up with like this huge bag of Chinese herbs, and then she would just like dunk it all into like a big pot and like stew it for a long time, and then the whole house would just like smell like these herbs. And then she would bring me, you ever watch like Chinese period dramas and somebody's like literally dying and then they like bring this person on their deathbed, like a little bowl with like the little porcelain soup spoon, and they try to like dribble a few drops of it into the person's mouth. Like this concoction is how I imagine those medicines to taste. That's just how I imagine it. Oh my god, triple Tauruses, you're right, they're period dramas! And I was on my period, but fantastic, actually. That was quite, yes. Thank you. I didn't even realize. But yes, anyway, so my mom would make me these Chinese herbal concoctions. I never even asked. I might have asked once, like what goes in it. She probably listed a whole bunch of things that I didn't know, and I was just like, okay, pretend I never asked. Cool story, mom. I would just drink it. Like she made it for me, I'll drink it. I don't even know where she was getting these herbs. Honestly, might have been a really sketchy place. Who knows? Maybe there was like weed in it and we wouldn't even know. I once heard, sorry, really quick ADHD tangent. I cannot resist this one. I heard from a friend of mine from Minnesota that one time a whole bunch of her, she lives really close to a Hmong community. And once a whole bunch of the Hmong, like grandmas of the Hmong, like market, got rounded up and arrested because it turned out that one of the herbs they were selling as part of their like Hmong market was actually just weed. They like didn't know, you know, they were like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, this is an herb. And then the cops were like, nah, that's weed. And then they got in trouble for it. I'm like, that's fucked up. Let the old ladies have their weed. Like, shit. It's not that deep. But apparently this happened. Really needed to go on that sidebar. Where were we? Period herbs. So my mom insisted that this concoction would replenish my blood. because you lose a lot of blood on your period. And she was like, you're already like borderline anemic. Like we can't have you losing any more blood or iron. So drink this. And I have no idea if it helped, but I drank it. If it helped in any way, I honestly suspect, and I'm skeptical by nature, I honestly suspect that it was just the hydration factor, because I don't drink a lot of water. And so if I downed this whole big fucking bowl she gave me, I probably got a lot of water, which was probably good for me. So, but my early period years were not fun. I was the type of kid who had like really severe menstrual pain, to the point where I would become like visibly pale. Like my friends could tell when I was going through it, and I could not sit still because the pain was so like debilitating. And I remember I would sit in class, and this was before I like learned or was ever offered painkillers for this kind of thing. So I didn't. I just like raw dogged it and couldn't pay attention in class, couldn't even sit still. I would like squirm around a lot and like curl up in a ball in my seat and like pray the pain would go away. Thankfully that has since mostly calmed into adulthood, but it was bad for a few years there. And so I think partially why my mom was like doing all this stuff was because I was complaining about a lot of period pain. I would like wake up in the middle of the night with it. It was pretty bad. So who knows? Maybe her Chinese herbs cured me. I don't know. It's very possible, but that was like my next most salient memory when it comes to Chinese medicine. And then my third and probably final experience with Chinese medicine for me personally, and not stuff I witnessed like my mom or dad going through, was I had a weird, like the first time I ever did a tech internship, my setup was not very ergonomic. And so I was mostly like looking to my left and typing towards my right. It was just how my monitors and everything was set up. I didn't realize it was a problem. I was young, dumb, and stupid. I just did that all summer, and then I developed like a weird under the shoulder blade pain. And I got massages, I went to a doctor, like nobody could figure out what this pain was. It was chronic, it never went away. And it felt like something was just like too tight and stuck there, you know? So ultimately my mom talked me into trying acupuncture. And I was very like, oh no, like I hate needles. But then she was like, you won't even feel it, like it'll be interesting. So I went, and she was like, you tried everything already, like, you gotta try this. Clearly you can tell like my mom is frequently goading me into these things. So in retrospect, I really am not surprised that she wanted to go into Chinese medicine. So I went, and they stuck needles all over. I was like laying down on my face, and they stuck needles like all over the back of my body. And this is the part I didn't know. I did not know. I didn't know they did this. Apparently when you go in for acupuncture, it's like not uncommon that they'll connect the needles with a wire and then run a current through them, and you get like mini electroshock therapy. I didn't even know that's what they were doing because I couldn't see. I was laying face down until suddenly I heard like a buzzing sound, and then my whole body just started like jolting. I was like, what the fuck is happening? And they were like, oh yeah, there's like, I'm running an electric current through your body. And I was like, you're what? So they probably should have communicated with me a little bit more, but it worked. Despite everything, it worked. It was the only thing that worked. After that, it didn't hurt. It didn't hurt. My whole body was like, it was jolting, but there was no pain. It was like, it felt like a reflex, right? Like when you can't stop your body from reacting in a certain way due to certain like reflex triggers. That's what it felt like. But yes, exactly. It was very terrifying without warning. They did not tell me that's what was going to happen. They did say, we are now going to stick needles into your body. And I was like, go figure. That's what I expected at an acupuncturist's office. What I did not expect was the electric current. So Snarky, what's up? Hello. Yeah, you know, just a casual electric current. Yeah. It definitely has to do with like muscle tension and then muscle relaxing. So I'm guessing the current is probably what did it. But I guess it made me curious a little bit at the time, like, is there science behind this? Or did I just go through like homeopathic remedy that is not clinically backed? Like chiropractors. Like chiropractors are still openly, like it's still openly debated. Do chiropractors do more harm than good? Like this, it continues to be an ongoing conversation. Like I was like, is acupuncture at the level of like chiropractic? Or is it more robustly studied? Or has better scientific results? I don't know. I have no idea. So I guess that's another one of my questions is like, other than like what herbs are used and do they work? I also have the question of like, what the fuck is acupuncture? And is it more reputable and has more robust data than chiropractic? Did I just electrocute myself? Not myself. I guess I did get myself electrocuted, but I did not execute it on myself. Snarky, I'm discussing the first time I went through acupuncture. treatment for a shoulder pain that was very mysterious and would not go away. At physical therapy, they stuck Easton pads on me and I was just kind of sit for 9 minutes while my entire thigh twitches. Yeah! The pads, they're like about this big and they have like little cables coming out of them and you like stick them all over. Yeah. It feels like little twitching, like spasmic tiny twitches. I wonder why they couldn't just use the pads. Why needles? Maybe the needles go deeper. That makes sense. Does the NIH have a study on it? Let's see. Oh, actually, so that's one of the tabs I already had open, which is that the NIH has an explainer fact sheet about acupuncture that I fully intend to read today. We're 46 minutes into stream, guys. I see what y'all meant by frantically learning or frantic energy. Learning with frantic energy. But we haven't. I'm sorry. I'm doing my best. I think I'm doing great. It's just not maybe as efficient as it could be, which is okay. If I were here for efficiency, I would take a college level course, and that is not the goal. I do not want to take a college level course. Okay, I'm gonna bump this over a little bit. Solid. One more zoom. I feel like the text could be bigger for y'all. Okay, that's pretty good. Frantic, Kwaniko. Frantic. Okay, so questions include herbs, specifically Banlangun, because I drank so much of it and I don't even know what it is. 2 is acupuncture. And then I guess 3 is kind of the overall question of like overall traditional Chinese medicine. Like how does this compare to, I don't know, even like fucking chiropractic or like other homeopathic and alternative medicine type things. Right. Enjoy your alert, Toast. Okay. Ooh, oh, good luck. Character creation class? That sounds hella fun. Enjoy. I hope you have fun with that script. Okay. I'm gonna reheat my tea water. So I'm sorry if you hear some noise in the background. But let's start with this traditional Chinese medicine like primer that the NIH has, and then skim the Wikipedia article, and then come back to the acupuncture fact sheet, and also whenever the fancy strikes us, look into the Banlangun situation and other herbs. Do you think they make, okay, hold on, Chinese herb, do you think they make like a cheat sheet? I bet there's a cheat sheet. I fucking knew it. And it's a PDF. Clinical Guide to Commonly Used Chinese Herbal Formulas. Thank you, doctors. Wait, what does DOM stand for? Maybe it's not doctor. What is herbal medicine? What if this is like some bullshit? Hold on. I think that's where I struggle the most when I'm looking into Chinese medicine things is like, how do you tell the difference between like clinically tested stuff, like science, and I'm not even strictly speaking Western science, right? Like I think Vera said something the other time, like just because it's not Western science doesn't mean it's not science, which is fair. So how do you know that it's scientific and not, you know, some, I don't know, stuff? Osteopathic medicine? Is that what DOM stands for? Prostate formula spotted. Your eyes zooming. Can you share the PDF link? Sure. You guys want to see if it looks legit or not? Here you go. The formulas. How many pages? 240 pages? Whoa. Whoa. Wait, this seems fun. Hold on. Do you think this is printed? I kind of want a printed version of this. Agastache tummy syrup. Whatever the hell. Something gall. Something zhengqi gall is the primary formula in Chinese medicine for acute nausea and vomiting from external pathogens. It has strong anti-emetic actions. Strong function to dry, damp, and rectify qi. See, this is also another thing is like they always mention qi, and I'm like, how would you... scientifically define qi? This does look fascinating, right? Because it appears to be a box of like, a book of like recipes. Because it's giving you like the percentage composition of like how to synthesize. But I wish they had included the Chinese characters and not just the pinging, like without tonal indication even. And then there's, oh my god, there's descriptions of like, wait, what does pulse slippery mean? What's qi? Oh god, what is qi? You ask such a good question. DOM is Doctor of Oriental Med. Huh? Doctor of Oriental Medicine. Is that a real... Hold on, not now. California Acupuncture Board. Consumers frequently ask questions. OMD stands for Oriental Medical Doctor. This is an academic title similar to PhD. This title may only be used by those licensed acupuncturists who possess an earned doctorate degree from a California accredited, approved, and or authorized educational institute as set forth in section blah 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 by the education code. Okay. You're not ignorant. We are here to ask questions. We are here to ask questions. We can be ignorant together. Volumetric or mass percentages? You're asking the real questions. They are not being specific here. I would assume mass? Amber Stone transforming formula? Created by some guy who doesn't appear to have a Chinese name, but I will reserve judgment based on current research in China regarding the... See, this is another one of my questions is like, how much traditional Chinese medicine research is like happening in China and simply just not getting, like it's not accessible to the rest of the non-Chinese speaking population of the world, you know what I mean? Very likely, very likely. How much is that true in other cultures as well and not just traditional Chinese medicine? There's all kinds of traditional medicines across the world, right? Like, how much is Western medicine not getting access to this kind of information? I don't know. These are all the questions. Sorry, you guys want to see the tea pour? Whee! I'm really lazy when it comes to these. Is Banlan good in there? Such a good question. Such a good question. Let's look it up. Let's look it up. Banlan. Woo! Isaris? I still don't know how to pronounce this. Clears heat toxin, cools the blood, benefits the throat. It's referenced as one ingredient here, it looks like. Maybe if I search... Oh, there's like 6 mentions. Hold on. Here's another one. 感冒灵片. 感冒灵片. Why does that sound very familiar? Hold on. 感冒灵片,感冒灵片,感冒灵片. Oh! Oh, this does look familiar. I don't think I've ever taken it though. What kind of tea is this? Oh, I'm drinking a, today is this should be the 正山小种 again. My go-to, I call it my 口粮茶. It's my daily, like my go-to tea whenever I feel like I want tea and I don't have a particular craving for a specific one. Okay, interesting. Anyone here take this before? Does this look familiar to you? 感冒灵片. 感冒灵 formula. Huh. Okay. It looks delicious. It is. Look at how strong the color is. I appreciate it. And this is already steep number. Well, granted, I have a lot of tea leaves in there. And I steep Kung Fu style or Kung Fu style. Oh my god, it's so funny. I said Kung Fu tea or Kung Fu steeping once on YouTube, which is not inaccurate. And immediately people are trying to flood me with like correcting me. They're like, it's Kung Fu. And I'm like, you think I don't fucking know? Look at me. Look at my tea content. Literally the video you are watching. I'm here explaining like what a Gong Fao Bei is, right? Like you think I don't know it's Gong Fu Cha? Like motherfuckers, holy shit. Talk about mansplaining. Anyway, Kung Fu tea is not inaccurate. It's just a different like romanization and dialect, arguably. Anyway. Listen, that's what I'm saying though. Am I not right? Am I not right? Okay, what's this? I need tones, bro. I'm just gonna Google them. 消毒饮. Is it 普及? What is that second word? Oh, I don't have my Chrome extension here. We'll use Google. Tra. I didn't even let myself type it out properly. 普及. What's 普及? 普及. What is 普济? Oh, what's the name of a temple? So maybe it's like a spiritual thing? Unclear. We're not gonna go down that rabbit hole. Okay, so this also has bandangun in it. Treats acute toxin? Wait, hold on. Okay, I need to know, like, because this handbook, hold on. It doesn't say, they are all DOM, so they're, you know, I guess licensed is my assumption. Do you think they have anything about, like, they have 4 references? Like, for a volume of such copious, you know, content, it's like very unsighted. There's like not a lot. Yeah, there's no glossary, there's no index. The references list is 4 items long. The glossary has 3 items in it. There's no description of like, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Like the wording escapes me. You know what I mean? Like there's not a whole lot here. Do they cite sources or have an index at the end with translations to the original terms by any chance? Not that I'm seeing. I don't see it at the end. This is a glossary. Hold on. This looks like some kind of an index for like conditions. And then hold on. Scroll. This is still the index. Still the index. Whoa, was that IBS? Hold on, I swear I just saw, there it is, irritable bowel syndrome. Huh. Why does it look incomplete? Yeah, I just feel like the sources list is very short. Hold on, I'm gonna keep looking, see it maybe right before the, okay, and then there's a whole bunch of, like a different indices. They have a few different index systems. Okay, this is yet another index. I wish there was a database like version of this book. I wonder if it exists. Yeah, no, and then it's just the formulas again. So there's no, like, beyond the sources they cited on the literal final page, of which there are only 6. Whoa, was that IBS? It is very detailed. I agree. I think it's like probably a pretty solid compilation of the resources they cited, but I don't think it's that robust in terms of like scholarly credibility, right? The Apothecary Diaries. Oh my God, you're right. We found it, guys. We found the Apothecary Diaries. Thank you. I appreciate the stupid jokes. I love the Apothecary Diaries. Bro, this show is so good. There it is. DJ, thank you. Okay. Let's keep going. Oh my God, maybe I should take notes. Maybe I should like share all the tabs we open after stream ends. What the fuck were we doing? Oh, I was about to start reading this, and then I was like, what was the question I asked? Is there a God? No, is there a, what did I Google? Chinese herb cheat sheet. Okay, I found Wikipedia article. Here we go. There's a table of traditional Chinese medicine, like single herb use cases. I would love, yeah, I guess this is the data bank I'm looking for. This would be a really fun, like, toy project. Because I've wanted to build like a simple database for a long time just to, okay, excuse my tech nerdiness for a moment. I've wanted to build, to practice, I've never written a GraphQL service. I've written REST services. I've never written a GraphQL one. So I was like, I really want, just to build a really simple database and then like a very simple front end for querying it using like a GraphQL API. And I was like, this would make a really good database. GraphQL mentioned. This like most of my, like 70% of my day job right now like revolves around GraphQL standards and stuff like that. So if you see me at a GraphQL conference, come say hi. I'll dox myself to you. Thanks for the stretch redeem. Woo! Wait, did Severus resub like an hour ago and I didn't see? Happy 29 months. Okay, stretch redeem. Thank you. Never heard of GraphQL. Yeah, I mean, if you're not in tech or new to tech, it's very reasonable. It's a type, it's like an API protocol. It's probably a good way to think about it. Haha, nerd. Long story short, I want to build a toy database for funsies out of this data. This would be fun. Do you think the data, that could even be, I wouldn't do it on stream actually. That'd be pretty embarrassing. Well, we could learn GraphQL on stream. No, that would not be 101 level material. That's at least 201. You would have to know some stuff. You wouldn't be able to follow along. Yeah, although it might be fun just to watch me mauled. I mauled a lot when I'm coding. And in the case of this, I truly don't even know where to start. I would be so stupid. You would get to see the full blast of my pure stupidity on display. How does this export? What is the, like, for, is it just like a literal, yeah, it is a literal, like, table. Would love to see you code, bro. I'm horrible at it. It's been years, but it could be fun. It could be fun. What if okay, this is a problem for another time. I'm gonna save this. I love that they have such an exhaustive table with the Chinese characters designating the specific single purpose usage of each of the herbs. It's very cool. It's very, very, very cool. Educational stream on GraphQL. But like, imagine that you make it like a game or something, right? Where you combine ingredients and then it's like, there's similarly a database or a table of like these formulas. And then you could like, I don't know, see combinations and like try to, if there's like relations between herbs, like never put these two together because then it's poison. I don't know, like who knows? Could be fun. Could be fun. It could be a fun stream idea for like 10 of us. Yeah. Yeah. I think it could start as a Notion database. Or a Coda table. Okay, anyway, sorry. Small tech nerd moment. We still have not started reading this fucking page and we're an hour into stream. I will start now. Traditional Chinese medicine, what you need to know. What's the bottom line? TLDR for what GraphQL is. I would have to start with what an API is. So for those of you who don't go here, an API is a way that certain, let's say somebody owns a database and they want to make it, I'm like, I've never tried to ELI 5 APIs before. Imagine somebody has like a database of information and you want a way to access that database, and they have specific ways that they can allow you to access information in the database or perhaps modify information in the database, potentially. And so they expose like a set of like commands basically. And that contract between like you, the end user, and the database on the other end, that in between contract is the API. There are lots of different ways to write APIs. One of those ways is called GraphQL, but the industry standard and most commonly used API protocol is called REST. That's probably it. I think that is about as ELI 5 as I can do. How was that? People who don't do the tech thing, how was that explanation? Did that make sense? What is mauled? It means you're so mad you're balding. I'm sorry. It's like gamer terminology. OMG plants! Tamat Barista, welcome to chat. Wait, what do you mean plants? Oh, because we're looking at medicine. Yes, indeed, plants. Microsoft Access? Wait, what? What do you mean Microsoft Access? Microsoft Access? Wait, when did I say Microsoft? Did I say Microsoft when I meant to say something else? Like calculating Brazilian woman. Okay, yeah, I think I got that. Okay. Not really, but I'm dumb also. I respect that fully, Chris. We're all allowed to be dumb, especially when we're like vibing on stream. Like nobody is expected to be smart here, myself included. I just realized learn Ying was in fact a pun and not a typo. Yeah. Sorry, indeed. Yeah. It's one of my low-hanging fruit puns. Can we have a stream where you just try to explain technical terms to people who don't go here? This is amazingly entertaining. This is my job. We can. I can do like an AMA ELI 5 ask me about tech terms. And if I don't know the tech term, which is very likely, I can Google it and then see if I can speed learn it and then explain it to you, because that would be pretty funny also. Get a whiteboard out for the coding stream. Oh God, no, I don't wanna. Am I mauled? Wait, what? As in, are you going bald because you're mad? Finally looked up chi. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I realized you asked that question like ages ago. You're so right. We should definitely, here, let me try this Google. What is chi? What turns up? Taking charge of your well-being. What is chi? And other concepts. No, I'm not clicking that. You can't make me. NIH, thank you. Thank you. Another scientific, oh, it's not a scientific paper. It is an explainer article. What is Chi by James Flowers. At a conference of practitioners scholars of Chinese medicine held in Australia recently, it was reported that China has in recent decades spent an inordinate amount of research. So let me skim this really quick. The number of the performances. Okay, long story short, they don't know what the fuck Chi is. The question is also posed of what chi actually is. Well, you're asked to consider what kind of waves make up chi. Infrared, perhaps, but not UV. This is a very strangely written article. Yeah, yet another sidetrack, truly. Artist in chat, we gotta find what kind of color theory concepts will sound alien af to Ying. Yeah, do it. It'd be fun. Defying categorization. Chi, pregnant with possibility. What are these subheaders? Chi, as a manifestation of self-cultivation. I think at this point, we can pretty confidently answer the question, what is Chi? With the very simple statement of, we don't fucking know. Who fucking know? Can I use chi charger with it? Probably. Why not? Who the fuck knows? Let me try to summarize it to you as like a Chinese person who was raised by a bunch of people who believed in chi concepts. The spiritual belief, I guess I'll say, of like Chinese chi concepts is that it's this like energy that flows through your body. So imagine just like an energy current, right? And then now imagine that this energy can take on certain properties of, let's say, like nature. Like there's like fire chi and water chi, right? For example, there's more also. And you want all of the chi types to be relatively balanced in your body. For everyone, the balance is a little different. The flow is a little different. And the idea is that by understanding where your chi imbalances might be, you can, cure anything. So like the idea is that anything that's wrong with your health can be explained by an imbalance in your chi. And so much of Chinese medicine was founded on the concept that you can like do things with herbs or acupuncture or whatever else to rebalance your chi. Does that more or less explain things? Is that an appropriate ELI 5? Isn't chi what powers the ley lines? That is totally fair. You can believe that if that's what you want. I will say, so the skill, the art form of manipulating chi energy comes in lots of different ways, but there's also the concept of like chi masters, qigong masters. My great uncle on my dad's side, I think that's right, was a well-recognized and well-respected Chinese qigong master. I don't actually know his name. I should probably ask my parents. But the family legend goes that once he watched President George W. Bush give an address on television, and he lived in China, I think he lived in China. He might have been in the US when this happened. I don't know. Anyway, he like watched George W. Bush give a speech and then wrote George W. Bush a letter in which he delineated all of his chi imbalances to him based on what he saw on the TV, and then diagnosed him with like a bunch of like stuff. I don't know if it was a diagnosis or it was a description of just things like, you know, like it seems like you've probably been having like a head cold recently, and you're probably having difficulty like sleeping, and maybe there's like pains in your shoulder, like I don't know, that kind of level. I don't really know, I've never read the letter, but the story goes that he like listed a whole bunch of like these kinds of symptoms. I was like, you're probably experiencing these things, and like as a qigong master who was renowned in China, here is my recommendation for how you can rebalance and correct your qi. And apparently, as the legend goes, as the family legend goes, I have never fact-checked this story, guys. President George W. Bush was so impressed by this letter because it was apparently so accurate that he invited this qigong master to the White House to like consult him on presumably health things. I wouldn't know. But basically the letter was so impressive he got invited to the White House. So I don't know. Yeah, apparently he can see qi through the TV. Qi vision, indeed. Qi vision. Yeah. I don't know if any of this is true, but this is how the legend goes. And everybody in my family more or less tells the same story. So at the very least, the legend is consistent across multiple generations of my family at this point. Chivi instead of TV. Haha. Two concepts in TCM not easily translated. Qi and blood. You're so right. Like Xin Hou Xue is like heart, head, blood. Like what is that? I don't even know. Whatever. Never fact check this. No, I will simply go on to spread misinformation to future generations. I do want to know the guy's name though. I feel like that's relevant to the family lore. I feel like we should all know this guy's name. Anyway, yeah, long story short, qi is very instrumentally part of TCM, and I should have opened this page a long time ago. We still haven't read any pages. What's the bottom line? How much do we know about Chinese traditional medicine? Listening to that after going on a deep ATLA and Korra binge is so fun because I was just reading up on qi earlier. Wait, hold on. Severus, where were you reading up on qi? Were any of them good resources? Can I open them? Can we read them together on stream? Would you recommend any of them? Legendary, that's pushing it, but I respect it. I respect it, Novana. Sorry for the sidetrack. No, don't apologize. The whole point of these wiki streams is that we never actually spend that much time on Wikipedia in the end. We always end up on random sidebars. Okay. The approaches that make up traditional Chinese medicine, such as acupuncture, Tai Chi, and herbal... I forgot about Tai Chi! Wait, Tai Chi is considered Chinese medicine? Interesting. I didn't know that. I thought it was like a wushu thing. Have been the subjects of many clinical studies and scientific reviews. What do we know about the effectiveness of traditional Chinese medicine? Some psychological and or physical approaches used in traditional Chinese medicine practices such as acupuncture and Tai Chi, again, I just feel like an AI wrote this, may help. It's actually possible. Maybe they added like a Gen AI summary tool at the top. May help improve quality of life in certain pain conditions. Studies of Chinese herbal products used in traditional Chinese medicine for a range of medical conditions have had mixed results. What do we know about the safety? Some herbal products have been contaminated with toxic compounds, heavy metals, pesticides, and microorganisms, and may have serious side effects. That's actually another question, which is how is traditional Chinese medicine regulated? I think my guess is the answer is it is not. Traditional Chinese medicine regulation? I'm curious, especially like in China. Oh, I don't want to accept all cookies. Okay. China to roll back regulations for traditional medicine despite safety concerns? Wait, what? Is this a reputable source? I haven't heard of nature.com before. Anyway, not enough microplastics for my... Did you guys see the Twitter thread that was like... people talking about microplastics coming out of your cutting boards is like stupid because you're exposed to like 100 times the amount of microplastics of that every day just by like driving, because like rubber tires on roads exposes, like it releases so many more microplastics into the atmosphere. Fucking funny. Nature the journal. Is this a journal? Oh, it is a journal. Okay, solid. You've cited so much research from Nature. It's good. Okay, thank you. Now I don't have to look into it. Oh, it's a pretty short article. Shall we start here? Because this is one of my core questions, right? Is like, how is it regulated and how reputable is it? So like, what's China doing? Because this is the originator of the practice. So, Support for traditional Chinese. Wait, hold on. I'm gonna zoom even more so you guys can see it better. Oh, I zoomed too much. Okay. Support for traditional Chinese medicine. Traditional medicine in China goes right to the top. President Xi Jinping has called this type of medicine a gem of the country's scientific heritage, promised to give alternative therapies and Western drugs equal government support. Now the country is taking dramatic steps to promote these cures, even as researchers raise concerns about such treatments. From early next year, hold on, when was this published? 2017, so not that recent. Traditional Chinese medicines may no longer be required to pass safety and efficacy trials. Oh, so they did have safety and efficacy trial requirements for a while for traditional Chinese medicine. I didn't know that. Draft regulations announced in October by China Food and Drug Administration mean traditional medicines can skip costly and time-consuming trials as long as manufacturers prepare ingredients using essentially the same method as in classic Chinese formulations. They will compose a list of the approved methods. Has there been an update since here? Yeah, this was 7 years ago. Oh my god, 2017 was 7 years ago? I don't like that thought. I didn't think the sources were that good, so I just ended up turning to this Shira and Jayzal videos on ATLA because I knew her research should be better. Shira uses they, them pronouns, but yes, I agree. I absolutely agree. I should really watch their videos. Okay. I am curious for the timeline here. Like, when did they implement the requirements, and then why did they take the requirements away? And in the 7 years since the requirements have been lifted, have there been safety incidents? Are they considering reinstating it? Like, is there talk in the regulatory sphere in China to reinstate this at all? Anyway, minimizing clinical trial requirements could put more patients at risk. The CFDA recalled batches of 2 injectable TCMs after about 10 people fell ill. Okay, so they still do recalls, I guess, when stuff happens. They're just not requiring... Less than a month later, on 18th of October, researchers in Singapore and Taiwan published a study in Science Translational Medicine linking liver cancer to aristolochic acid, who knows how to say that, an ingredient widely used in traditional remedies. What's the cited source here? One second. Oh, there's a Google Scholar link. Hell yeah. Ooh. Kidney failure and cancers of the urinary tract. Good night, Rat Girl. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you had fun. Singapore mentioned. Doing good work. I feel like I rely on countries like Singapore to help connect the East and the West a lot. I feel like I rely on Southeast Asia as a whole for that. Whenever herbal medicine goes wrong, you hear about the kidney failure all the time. Why is it always kidney failure? Is it because of like basically toxins? And that like obviously causes strain on the kidneys? Nephrotoxins and mutagens in the form of okay, all right, good to know. Lead author Stephen Rosen, a cancer genomics researcher at Duke NUS, is convinced that aristolochic acid contributed to the mutations, says it's harder to determine to what extent it caused the tumor. So it was a contributor, but not maybe proven to be like fully causal or whatever. But I feel like contributor is a causal effect type of statement, right? It is still in common use despite warnings from the US FDA that it is associated with kidney disease. Kidney and liver. The double whammy, truly. Okay, it should not cause problems if taken moderately and to treat diseases rather than as a regular supplement. Lao is not concerned about safety issues because, unlike Western drug development, these herbal formulas have been used for hundreds and thousands of years. A lot of things have been used for hundreds and thousands of years, and, you know, it doesn't mean they were good. Li Qingchen, I don't know what tones this name has, a pediatric surgeon at Harbin Children's Hospital and a well-known critic of TCMs, says the recent recalls of remedies show that current safety measures aren't adequate. He says doctors need to inform the public about some of the dangers associated. Most are unwilling to speak out. Few doctors would dare to publicly criticize TCMs, he says. Lee thinks that the government's promotion of TCMs will make it harder for scientists to criticize the drugs because the matter gets escalated to a political level and open discussions become restricted. That is very interesting. Who reported this? David Saranowski? Okay, I don't know. I'm always really careful when it comes to Western reporting about like Chinese things. You know what I mean? You never know. I want to be mindful. As much as the criticisms are usually quite valid. An article on a medical news site that called for closer attention to the risks of this acid I can't pronounce was removed from WeChat. Okay. This one's not cited. Debate over TCMs has been silenced before. A Beijing think tank proposed banning the practice of extracting Asiatic black bear bile, a common ingredient. They reported, it questioned the remedy's efficacy and suggested synthetic alternatives. It was removed from their website after the Chinese Association of TCM called it biased and demanded an apology. I wonder why. What is their motivation to decrease regulation and like so actively promote it even at the risk of public health? Like why would you deregulate something that needs more studies? I guess that's kind of maybe a political question. I don't know. The Chinese government has made it easier to become a doctor of traditional medicine and to open hospitals that use the approach. Since July 2017, students studying traditional medicine no longer need to pass the national medical exams based on Western medicine. This implies that before July 2017, I didn't know this. Apparently, students studying traditional medicine had to also be trained in Western medicine. I didn't know that. Yeah, I was thinking about lead poisoning too. We used to use asbestos and lead paint. I know, exactly. Yeah. I guess maybe it's like a capitalism, nationalism confluence of things. Yeah. Practitioners who want to open a clinic no longer need approval from the CFDA? What? Maybe this is why. Maybe it's because they set this kind of a goal and then regulators were like, all right, what do we need to like hit this goal? And instead of increasing like the robustness and the support they would provide, they decreased barriers to entry, which is certainly one way to hit these goals. And I guess, I don't know. I'm just speculating. Like maybe they set a goal and then to hit the goal, they had to deregulate or something. Because that's what we would do at work, you know? Like we set goals with the best of intentions. And then before you know it, you're hacking them. You're hacking the goals. Because you don't care. You just want to get promoted. You just want credit for doing good work. Like you don't care if the work was actually good or not. You're just going to do it. Most of us at least. So it's easy to get led astray, or it's really easy to like trick yourself into thinking that like by hitting this goal, you will have proven that you did good work, but you know in your heart of hearts that that's not true. I'm just speculating. But anyways, this line reads, the government's ultimate goal is to have all Chinese healthcare institutions provide a basic level of TCMs by 2020. A roadmap. I wonder if I can find it. Is it cited? It's not. Plans to increase the number of TCM licensed doctors to 4 per 10,000. And they want to push the share of pharmaceutical sales up as well by the end of the decade. Huh. Is it for nationalism or for profit? Maybe it's for both. It might also be, do you think it could be for like soft power? Because like, but that's the thing is like, if it were for soft power, then wouldn't they push for more regulation to legitimize the practice? So maybe it's not soft power. I don't know. Okay. That was very interesting. For me, at least. I feel like Chinese politics is like such a touchy subject. And I try to tiptoe around it a little bit because I don't want to get anyone in trouble. Like me getting in trouble is one thing. Me getting like family in trouble is a different thing. So I don't want to implicate anyone, but that is certainly concerning. I'm more curious, like in the 7 years since then, how have things changed? Have they changed? Is there a more recent article? The regulation of Chinese medicine in China. Oh, here we go, 2021. School of Law and Social Work. It's from the Dongguan, I don't know where that is, University of Technology. This seems more recent. Let me zoom in. Sorry, it's still really small. Is that better? There's a trend of standardizing TCM with deregulation in the practice. Oh, okay, but I guess more recently, since 2017, we've had COVID-19 in between. And like we already saw other papers where they were talking about how traditional Chinese medicine was like proving to be effective in treating COVID-19. So maybe it would have caused the acceleration. Dongguan is like Greater Bay Area, if that's what you're asking. Greater Bay Area in China? Where would that be? What bay? Here, I'll just look it up. Dongguan. Where's this? Oh, it's by Guangzhou. Oh, it's like, yeah, it's like north of Xianggang. Oh, okay. So very much like southern China. All right, Shenzhen-ish. Okay. Okay, solid. I lost my tab. Okay, here we go. Progress for the regulation of Chinese medicine. Introduction of drug marketing authorization holder, MAH system. Okay, so there's a new system for drug administration law. So they have new certificates. Wait, no. They canceled these certificates. And they're instead relying on this like marketing authorization holder system. Oh. A format is taking shape in my head. What if, for these kinds of learning streams, because I feel like I keep doing like a really surface level thing and then we have a whole bunch of questions and then none of them ever get answered because we simply just don't have enough time to go through it all together on stream. What if I assign myself homework and then I like came back at a future date and reported my findings and my sources, and I'm like, these are the things I went through, here's my SparkNotes summary of it, and here are the links of the things if you want to read it yourself and if you're curious. That could be a fun format, I think. Okay. I'll consider it. I don't know if I have the kind of time to be assigning myself homework, to be fair. Yeah, like a PowerPoint. I can like force myself to build a PowerPoint to show chat. ELI 5, traditional Chinese medicine. Cozy J, thank you for the resub. Happy 16 months. Hope you're doing good. Okay. This article was written by Bay Area Asians, but not that kind. Not this kind. Okay. Hey, wait. Hear me out. I want to try something. Hold on. What if we go to GPT? What would their summaries be? What would it be like? Because they still have kind of a hallucination problem. And then the model fucking freaked out recently too, in a really fun way. That was very fun to watch. What happens if you go to ChatGPT, and you're like, give me an ELI 5 on traditional Chinese medicine? Jin Sukiyame, we are learning about traditional Chinese medicine on a few different axes of exploration, including but not limited to how it's regulated in China or how it's not regulated in China. And therefore also this question coming out of like the efficacy question, like does it work? And is it legit? Like of all the different types of Chinese medicine, what are the herbs that compose Chinese medicine and what do people like use them for or believe that they're used for? And finally, I feel like there was another question we had. Oh, like on deep diving on the specific methodologies, including like acupuncture or Tai Chi, or sorry, I should say Tai Chi, or like Qi regulation type questions. Yeah. Your homework is gonna get an F if you use ChatGPT. What if I try to sneak it past you? Would you guys notice? Are you guys confident that you could catch my ChatGPT cheating? To be fair, every time I've tried to use ChatGPT to make something easier for myself, it was really helpful for getting me over the cold start problem because it would inevitably generate something that was just so atrocious that I would feel very compelled to correct it. Do you know what I mean? Like I'd be like, generate a list of possible titles that I can use for a conference talk about GraphQL Federation. GraphQL Schema Federation, but like make it interesting. And then it'll give me just like a bunch of, it's like mostly nonsensical titles, but there's a few interesting ideas in there, sort of like in their little silos. So if I like cherry pick the good parts, I can string together something myself with my human intellect that is a little bit more intelligible, but it's just like, it's so chaotic that it awakens my urge to like make it better. So I feel like actually weirdly, it's a great starting point. I just wouldn't actually use any of its outputs like raw. So I don't know. It's an interesting like assistive tool, but in its current state would not consider it any more than that. Yeah. Tell it to explain Chinese medicine like RuPaul. I feel like Severus would really enjoy that. After drinking them, I no longer had any problems with black coffee. Oh, Chinese medicine? Yeah. I mean, I think certain Chinese medicines, we were talking about banlangen earlier, like that's an acquired taste. I learned to like the flavor of banlangen, right? Yeah, truly would not raw dog ChatGPT, would not recommend it. What is phytotherapy? Is that like a drug term? Like herbs? Phytotherapy is the practice of using medicines derived from plants or herbs to treat or prevent health conditions. I learned a new word today. ChatGPT prompts you back, but via the power of actually. You're so right. What if I copy pasted the entire text of this in and I'm like, summarize it and pick out things that are inconsistent or something. Okay. This is a really promising article. I want to read it with more attention to detail later, but my main goal is to get through this intro article. Ooh, I love banlangen, right? That's what we were saying earlier. We were like, ooh, banlangen though. Tastes kind of good. Phytotherapy when they bring dogs on campus during finals week. I think you should spawn the term. I think you're onto something. I think we should let you cook. Pyrotherapy, therapy by fire. Excuse me, a little burp. Isn't there like a TCM thing with fire? Oh, like 拔火罐. Yeah. Hold on. Chinese medicine fire. Maybe I should just search the pinyin 拔火罐. Yeah, I typed it wrong. 拔火罐. Cupping. Oh, that's what it's called. Oh, that's what cupping is? Oh, this is a spa website. Yeah, they're like suction cups. They get really scary looking. The first time I saw my dad do it, I was like, ah! It was like an eldritch nightmare. If you haven't seen it, but let me see if I can find like a relatively inoffensive photo. Like that. Like it really... Oh, sorry, you guys can't see that. Hold on. It like super swells your skin underneath. But it goes right back to normal after, except that it leaves these like ring marks on your back after. So I feel like a lot. Oh, there's another one too. Guasha. Yeah, this is what I grew up with. Oh my God, it looks so scary. Like it looks so scary, right? But it's not, like it doesn't hurt. It's freaking weird. Like they just, I don't know, like they just rub a thing on your back and then suddenly you have these like sores, but they don't hurt, but they like look like that. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt for me. I used to, my parents used to do guasha for me every time I had like a fever or whatever. I don't know if it actually helped, but it felt pretty good. It was kind of relaxing. I grew up having my tender spots hit. Wait, what does that mean? Elcha, I'm gonna need you to be a little more specific in your wording. God's hit feels a little bit like that's that sounds highly problematic. I encourage specificity. There was a movie I saw in my Mandarin class in high school that talked about guasha treatment done to a kid in an American school. Was it the one where their teachers were mandated reporters and had to like call the police or whatever to report like abuse at home because they thought that the guasha marks were like evidence of abuse, of physical abuse by the parents? Because I think I saw the same thing. Yeah. Okay, I love that like we all have this shared experience of like this story. Yeah, my parents, the first time they did guasha for me, I was in China, so it was fine. I was like going to school in China at the time. But the first time they did it for me in the US, they were like, we know, because I would request it because I liked it. And they were like, ooh, like don't, like we'll do it lightly so the marks aren't too bright. And like, don't show your teacher. And I was like, why? Like, isn't it cool? And they were like, no, like, unless you want us to go to jail. And I was like, what? And then they had to like tell me this story. So, my poor parents. I think the movie is just called Guasha in Chinese. Oh, okay. All right. Makes sense. I totally forgot about this. Thank you for reminding me about cupping and guasha. Yeah, it's interesting. It certainly has a look to it, doesn't it? And then, oh my god, the recent resurgence of like, I feel like suddenly people started talking about guasha a lot because hasn't it come up in like beauty routines? Like, aren't there people, right, like this one, aren't there people doing guasha like on their face now or whatever? Because they believe it's good for lymphatic drainage or something? Didn't Jackie Chan do it to Jaden Smith in The Karate Kid? Oh, maybe. I don't remember. Wait, what does guasha mark, like, what do the markings look like if you're like a dark-skinned person? Like what, how does it show? Because like redness doesn't show in quite the same way on darker skin, right? So now I'm really curious. Yeah, it's part of skincare now, exactly. I feel like I see these kinds of like fancy guasha, like glass or stone or metal pieces that people like market all the time now. I had a guasha on my neck recently after sleeping around. Did it work? That's popular in Korea too. Yeah! I don't know, is this stuff believable? Unclear. I don't know, man. I don't know if I... Anyway. Curious. Does it work? Oh, hey, WebMD. No, I'm good. Is there a better Wikipedia? Thank you. Guasha, or oh, there's an Indonesian term for it. TCM practice. All right. I'm gonna need to do a PowerPoint. Evidently, highly recommend instead of self-cracking my neck. Like instead of doing chiropractic at home, we should do TCM at home. Is that what this is? Did you know? I didn't know until super recently that chiropractic originates in a lot of like cult stuff. 脸部刮痧可以刺激脸部的血液流动，可以改善。等会儿我读的中文很慢哦，不好意思。可以改善脸部的微循环。微循环 What is that, like microcirculation? 能够促进新陈代谢有深层清洁皮肤 OK 能够促进新陈代谢有深层清洁皮肤 Why am I having so much trouble parsing this last sentence? I guess it's like it improves circulation and therefore increases like skin cleansing? Processing? What's the word I'm looking for? Metabolism? Oh, yeah, metabolism. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate it. And welcome to chat. What is it? Is it 自立长? I don't know what tones, but welcome. Increase metabolism, deep cleanse your skin. Yeah, exactly. Much better translation than what I came up with just now. Okay. Oh, hold on. Dangers and lack of efficacy. Here's the spicy content I was looking for. Wait. There is not good clinical evidence supporting the efficacy of guasha. In use, it nearly always damages the skin. Negative side effects of guasha range from minor ones, including dermatitis, burns, and blood in the urine, to major ones, including bleeding in the brain. And severe injuries requiring skin grafts. How intensely are people doing guasha? What the hell? I wouldn't be surprised if it did originate in culture stuff. I used to go and it really did help my posture, but they also advocated it as a way to heal illnesses, openly talked about how it means they don't need vaccines. I just ignored that talk and focused on fixing my crooked ass spine. I am grateful that my chiropractic doctor did not ever say that kind of stuff. She was very focused on like correcting my posture and my like neck curvature issues, and that was it. Yeah, this really went 0 to 100 real fast. The use of hospital standards of sterilization and personal protective equipment is important to prevent contamination of infectious pathogens. That makes sense. Although no cases of bloodborne pathogens have been reported, the risk of transmission of blood cells and fluids cannot be ruled out. Why? Is it not a surface level? Like, how is this affecting your blood? Unless you're like doing it so intensely that that's just like actually like blood is like escaping the surface of your skin. Single-use disposable devices, sterilization of reused equipment, and glove-use lubricants should be poured out into cups, and they are to be disposed of after each use. Devices that cannot be adequately sterilized, such as horn and bone, are not recommended. Cross-cultural confusion. Is this what we were just talking about? Yeah, the first time I had it done, it was with a coin, and the second time it was with like a tangshao, like a Chinese soup ladle, like a porcelain one. Are they scraping with literal metal? I guess coins are metal, but it wasn't drawing blood. It was just, you know, these like marks would appear, but there wasn't like, I wasn't bleeding, you know? Oh, hey, wait, is this the movie you guys were talking about? The guasha treatment made in Hong Kong? In the film, an American child welfare agency interprets guasha treatment for abuse. Oh. And then, look at this one-liner. In 2021 and 2022, the practice went viral on TikTok. What do you think the sources they cited are? ABC News and the New York Times. I do have a picture of my guasha neck if you want to see. Oh, because you did it on yourself, so I am actually a little curious. Isn't it just brushing the skin, hence the markings? Yeah, that's what I thought too. It is the movie you guys were thinking of? Okay. I guess it's interesting that it was, and you were right, it was like literally just called guasha. But I guess it's a fictional story. That's interesting because I think my parents told that story to me as if it was like a thing that actually happened. So maybe this is a case of like people misattributing something to like a fictional creation. I don't know. Okay, very interesting. We are very gradually making progress through this article. Okay, what the science says about the effectiveness of traditional Chinese medicine. They put a lot of pressure on the guasha you're not supposed to do. Yeah, my parents did it so lightly. It was like truly so relaxing because it was just this like tactile sensation. Yeah. I did try a chiropractor in Korea too without explaining what he was doing. Did some blood cupping, which I learned some places do still. If I'd just been warned, it wouldn't have been so unnerving. The anti-vax ones were in the US. I don't know if there's still guasha or something else. Oh, I don't know. What's blood cupping? I'm kind of scared to Google that like on this one that I'm sure. I'm going to pull it up to this other browser. Blood cupping? Oh, it's just cupping, right? Is it different? Is there a difference between like normal cupping and blood cupping? Miscellaneous pick section in Discord. Okay, I'm gonna take a look. Miscellaneous in the Discord. Whoa! Ooh. Elcha, can I show it on stream? Are you okay with me showing chat? Cupping is scary, but feels so nice. Oh, you don't have to say yes. I want to make it very clear. No pressure. If you guys want to see it, you can go to the Discord. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna show people. Here we go. I'm just gonna dump it right here. Wait, that didn't work. Hold on. Save image. Why my PC kind of lagging? Sketchy. Okay, 1 second. Pull it in from my downloads folder. Here you go. Ah, it's hella zoomed in. Huh. Oh, I hate it when OBS does this. Okay. That's El Chow's self guasha on the neck. That's like roughly the darkness level that I remember seeing on my own back. Yeah. That's really cool. Thank you for sharing the photo. I appreciate it. Yeah, I can see how it would look really concerning to someone who like didn't know what was going on. Like if I walked into work like that, my coworkers would probably be like, "Oh my God, what happened? Are you okay?" So yeah, it's understandable, I think. Yeah. Thanks for letting me share that. Yeah, just a really light rub. Exactly. It's like really weird how it draws so much blood to the surface. It does. It looks like a pretty severe rash, actually. Okay. Wasn't it supposed to be that if you didn't get red marks, then you're sick or have something wrong? Really? Is that what it is? I don't remember. I think my dad was saying that like if it's too deep red, even at the lightest touch, that means something's very wrong because you're being too reactive to it. But doesn't that just mean that you bruise easily? Like, I don't know, man. Yeah, like a sus bruise. Oh, you're right. I didn't think about that part. Are you into autoerotic asphyxiation? Also known as choking? PG-13. We keep it PG-13 here. PG-13. Acupuncture! Acupuncture is a technique in which practitioners stimulate specific points on the body, usually by inserting thin needles through the skin. Studies suggest that acupuncture stimulates the release of the... Oh yeah, I totally had fun. I love it. Corin's like, oh. You guys are so entertaining. Thank you. Studies suggest that acupuncture stimulates the release of the body's natural painkillers and affects areas in the brain involved in processing pain. However, some trials suggest that real acupuncture and sham acupuncture are equally effective, indicating a placebo effect. Maybe my hunch was on the mark, because when my muscle pain went away, I was very much like, that's just placebo effect. And then my mom was like, how can it be placebo effect if you don't believe in it? And I was like, I don't know, like sometimes the doctor does things to you and you like subconsciously believe it. I don't believe it. I don't consciously believe it, but my subconscious fell for it. Who fucking knows? I don't know. I think the placebo effect can kick in. And weren't there studies about that? Where like, there were studies done, I forget which, probably some science podcast I listened to. So then that means I only listened to 2 science podcasts. So it was either science versus or shortwave. But there was a study done where they literally, like, doctors handed you a pill and they were like, this pill is a sugar pill. It is a placebo. It will not do anything medically to you. However, I am prescribing it to you like to solve this problem that you're facing. And like the study somehow showed that people were experiencing positive effects. Like somehow, even if you know it's a placebo, there's a chance that it can still have a positive effect on you. Like it was suggesting, I think the study was trying to suggest, or maybe the conclusion the researchers drew, was that simply being in like a medical care system where there was a doctor who was paying attention to you was enough to be causing positive effects. And potentially that even if you're taking a placebo, the act of like taking medication was somehow correlated with like improved outcomes. I don't know. Yeah, maybe the sugar was releasing dopamine. Who fucking knows? Maybe that's what it was. But it appeared to indicate some kind of psychological effect, even if you like been knew about it being a placebo, which is so fascinating. Human psychology is wacky. Results from a number of studies, however, suggest real acupuncture may help ease types of pain that are often chronic. Yeah, I was having like chronic pain that I was like literally 3 months straight. I could not get it to go away. It was like mid-back, under shoulder pain. Neck pain, osteoarthritis, knee pain, carpal tunnel syndrome. It may also help reduce the frequency of tension headaches and prevent migraine headaches. And there's an acupuncture fact sheet, which I showed you guys briefly earlier. Or is that a placebo? So the placebos you're aware of would still be placebo. One time as a kid, I fucked up my shoulder rotator cuff so bad that the muscles were constantly flexing. My uncle did acupuncture on. Your uncle did acupuncture on you? Is your uncle licensed to do that, or did he just know how? That's impressive. How did your uncle just know how to do that? Do people just know how? Do our parents' generation just know how to do acupuncture? Is that like a normal expectation of people? Did acupuncture on me to help relax it. One needle in my hand and a little flick sent a signal through my body and relaxed shoulder. He's licensed. Oh, okay. That makes more sense. I was like, does your uncle just like casually practice acupuncture? And then you were like, yeah, he's licensed. And I was like, oh, okay. The real cure was the friends we made along the way. You're so right. Presumably somebody would have to know how to do it in order to do it. I don't know. You could just stick a needle in yourself and be like, that's acupuncture. Done. You know, like you could. Without knowing how to do it, you could just goof it. Yeah, exactly. You could stab someone with a needle without training. He keeps all the equipment at his house. All right. I mean, if I were a licensed acupuncturist, I absolutely would as well. Okay. So results suggest, as science does. Tai Chi. Tai Chi combines certain postures, gentle movements, mental focus, breathing, and relaxation. Research findings suggest that practicing Tai Chi may improve balance and stability in older people and those with Parkinson's disease, reduce pain from knee osteoarthritis, help people cope with fibromyalgia and back pain, and promote quality of life and improve mood in people with heart failure. There's a Tai Chi fact sheet. Huh! I feel like my instinct is immediately like, well, it's a correlation thing. But I guess if there's like proper research, they must have had to, you know, prove some causal effects. So, because it makes sense that like people who would practice Tai Chi, whatever their reasons are like, at the very least, you're like standing up and you're moving and you're doing things. And I can see why that would improve stuff. It's like doing yoga, you know. My parents took me to an acupuncturist when I was younger. I was in track during high school and suffered a lot of leg injuries. Oh! Mine was for, I don't know if you were here earlier, Lynn, but my acupuncture experience was because of I was coding too hard for too long in the same position, so I had shoulder pains. And it fixed my chronic shoulder and neck pain. Did it work for you? Actually worked, I think, since I would limp into their office and be able to like walk back out. Wait, that's huge. That's like an actual night and day difference. What? That's kind of nuts. I'm impressed. Exercise and stretching are good for you usually, so it does make sense. Exactly. It's like a really controlled, relatively safe version of exercising and stretching. And so many studies have shown that like even doing a bare minimum of like walking a loop around your kitchen every hour can work wonders in your blood sugar levels, right? Like stuff like that really makes me think that even though it's not rigorous exercise, it can have like significant positive effects on your health. Why not? Grind set. The doctor I went to combined needles with a massage. Interesting. I think that makes sense, right? Acupuncture and acupressure, dual treatment. Star Night, welcome to chat. It is kind of like yoga, right? I only did Tai Chi once though, and it wasn't from like a healing perspective. It was from a wushu perspective, so. Okay. Oh my God. They have herbs at a glance. This is what I was looking for. Remember earlier when I was like, is there a cheat sheet? Here you fucking go. Wait, garlic is an herb? Dietary supplement for conditions related to the heart and blood vessels, including high blood cholesterol and high blood pressure. Garlic may be used topically? Hey guys, welcome to my DIY beauty and skincare YouTube channel. Today I'm gonna be showing you how to make a DIY at-home facial scrub using garlic. You heard that right. After you apply the scrub, go ahead and ask your boyfriend for a little cheek kiss. I'm sure he'll love it. Can you imagine? Just like the stinkiest kiss. Getting myself spicy. Like giving myself a garlic rub. Like I am the pork chop. Lush sells a mask with raw garlic in it. Stop. Now I'm curious. Because isn't Lush all about like smells? What'd they do about the garlic smell? 0 out of 5. Do not. I don't recommend applying this garlic DIY facial rub if you are a vampire. It may have significant adverse effects, and I don't want you guys bringing like lawyers to my door. Like, I don't want to get in trouble. So like, practice caution and don't use garlic if you're a vampire. Duh. Anyway, for the rest of us like non-vampire girlies, step 1. Lamb ass behavior. Garnish with salt. It's a fantastic mental image. Thank you. Uwu redeem Quanico.
Oh my god. We'll do the uwu. We'll do the uwu, but I'm not doing the Valley Girl action anymore. Toxic to cats? That's not acceptable! Unacceptable! Sorry, what were we doing? We were looking at herbs at a glance. I washed it! Herbs at a glance webpage. Hydrate. Thank you, Novella. Support vampire. All cats are vampires. This just in. Okay. Herbs at a glance. Wait, why didn't it load? Ah! Is there anything else in here that seems fun? Wait, why did it disappear? Why does it keep going away? Why does it keep going away? Why? Lubwish TM app? Well, there goes my pet project. Damn. You only get a glance, no staring. Why does it keep vanishing? It's kind of wacky. Adventure Time Hangout featuring Uwu Toad. Unacceptable! Office of Dietary Supplements. Botanical Dietary Supplements. A little blurb. Excuse me. Excuse me. I want to read more about herbs, please. Okay. Reports and studies of herbal products used in TCM have found a variety of safety issues. I think it got washed before, but explain blood cupping. I meant wet cupping. Oh! Wet cupping. Variation of the procedure were prior to the cup being placed. I gasped too hard. Your skin is punctured and blood is drawn out in the suction process. Ooh, I don't like that. Hi, Chaotic. We just had an uwu redeem. That's why I sound like this. What's up? We're learning about Chinese medicine today. And today I just learned from Novala that there's a version of cupping called wet cupping, which is where they draw blood. There's a variation where the dry cupping technique is done before puncturing your skin for wet cup. That sounds very painful. Fuck a quip, I'm recording this. There are a lot of uwu quips of me out there. One time I posted a version of it on TikTok, and everyone thought this is how I just usually talk. And I was like, holy motherfucking shit. Fuck. Draw blood. Wet cupping does sound like it would hurt. Does wet cupping hurt? Does... yeah. Does What cupping hurt? Cupping therapy is not painful. It's called next time you want to sound nerdy about cupping, you can call it a vasodilation procedure or a vasodilation reaction. The voice change was kind of jarring. Ying is a Muppet. Lemon crab! Unacceptable!
Steaming bowls that make hickeys. It's like those like extremely incorrect explanations, but they're like technically correct. From now on, it is not called cupping. It is called hickey bowls. Yeah. Hickey suction bowls. Hickey maker. I like that. Hickey maker. Your voice is gonna hurt tomorrow. Nah, my vocal fold is more robust than that. After this, I'm gonna go do some vocal recording actually. The number of times I've done like a 4 to 6 hour long stream, ended stream, and then went to do vocal recording. Maybe one of these days I'm gonna get like vocal nodes or something and then be like, oh fuck, I should have like taken more care of my vocal folds. Anyway, I placed them hickey makers on and then I put the hickey makers on my back and they go suck, suck, suck. This is incredibly cursed. Yes, it's called hickey bowling from now on. When you read the wet cupping had a little Carl Weezer in it. I'm going to my hickey session. Oh my god, my face hurts. So fucking funny. Thank you guys. We were trying to read about the safety of traditional Chinese medicine. The Hikinator 3000! I'm gonna fucking cry. Okay, new Ying merch. New Ying merch is a Ying themed cupping machine, and it's named the Hikinator 3000. I'm gonna cry. I'm actually tearing up. I can't fucking breathe. Do you think that would have to pass like inspection by the Food and Drug Administration? Do cupping machines have to be approved? What if each of the cups was shaped so that it looked like there was like a version of like Ying VTuber like glomping onto your back like a little like leech? Fuck. What a cursed thought. What a cursed fucking thought. What is a Ying themed hickey maker gonna look like? I just described it to you. Like a leech. Like 8 of me. 8 Ying VTubers attached to your back. Little beaks on each cup. This is the Ying cult using the Ying Hikinator. This is so deeply indulgent. Thank you for indulging me. Oh boy. I feel like I just gained 10 years of my life. I'm retitling this stream. Inventing the Hikinator 3000. I retitled it. I think I'm hyperventilating. Okay. Some Chinese herbal products have been found to be contaminated with undeclared plant or animal material. Good night, Jossify. Sleep well. Bro, I'm sweating. I'm actually sweating from laughing too hard. Every time someone subs to you, we haze them through the Hikinator. It'll make the little pop sound. Sorry to repost. A family friend was having a hard time getting pregnant. After years of trying, she went to a doctor of Chinese medicine, got pregnant in less than 9 months. That's fascinating. I mean, I don't know if it's coincidence, but I'm glad it worked for her. Congratulations. Thank you for reposting that also. Sorry I missed that earlier. Okay. Drugs such as the blood thinner warfarin, how do you say this word, and the non-steroidal anti-inflammatory agent heavy metals such as arsenic, lead, and cadmium, pesticides, and compounds called sulfites, which could cause asthma or severe allergic reactions, were incorrect herbs, some of which have caused organ damage. I mean, I feel like the use of the word some here is quite flexible. So my proudest contribution to this chat is Hickinator 3000. I'm honored. I need to, how far back was this? I need to go back. Hold on. I need to screenshot this for posterity. I'm putting it in the, oh no, I don't want to sign up. I'm putting this in the server museum on Discord. There we go. Hickinator 3000. Warfarin? Why is it pronounced like that? I hate it. I don't like that. Thank you. Thank you, Arknights, for teaching me about warfarin. Why did Arknights teach you about it? Relatively few complications from using acupuncture have been reported. Still, complications have resulted from the use of non-sterile needles. That's, you know, not surprising. When not delivered properly, acupuncture can cause serious adverse effects, including infections, punctured organs, collapsed lungs, and injury. Whoa! To the central nervous system. That makes sense? Makes sense? Has anyone had tortoiseshell shavings in their medicine? Oh, I've heard about it. I don't think I've ever had it. Warfarin is a heart medicine? I think that's what they were saying, right? Blood thinner? Unhinged vampire Dr. Warfarin. Oh, is the name of a character? Are they allowed to do that? Oh, I hear Sapporo meowing at the door. Meow. Meow. You can't come in. She's still going. She's still meowing. Anyway, so long story short, like it kind of works, but also like be careful, I guess. It's a pretty stupid summary, but there you go. Tai Chi and a similar technique called Qigong appear to be safe practices. While it's unlikely that Tai Chi will result in serious injury, it may be associated with minor aches and pains. Women who are pregnant should talk to their healthcare providers before beginning Tai Chi Qigong. I mean, they say women who are pregnant should talk to their healthcare providers before doing literally anything, so... NCCIH is supporting studies to determine if TCM can treat fibromyalgia, if acupuncture can ease joint pain caused by medical treatments for breast cancer. This is extremely specific. And then the third one is a Tai Chi program can be feasible alternative to traditional cardiac rehabilitation programs in select people. That's interesting. Okay, basically talk to your healthcare providers. Don't replace or delay seeking conventional care. And ask about their training and experience. Most states in the District of Columbia have laws regulating acupuncture practice. Most states require certification from the Natural Certification Commission for acupuncture and oriental medicine. They have a webpage on credentials and licensing of complementary health. Oh, is that what it's called? Instead of alternative medicine, they're calling it complementary health. I actually like that a lot better. It feels a lot less culty. I feel like alternative medicine feels very, very culty, and complementary health feels a lot more like, yeah, take your vitamins. Welcome, take this. And you either get cured or you die. A garlic rub a day keeps the vampire doctor away. All right, complementary or integrative health approaches. Fair enough, fair enough, fair enough, fair enough. Okay, Know the Science has modules, quizzes, and videos. What? I want to take a quiz. So many burps today. Give me a quiz. You promised me quizzes. Where are my quizzes? Quiz. Hey, hey. Hey, I want to take quizzes. Where are my quizzes? I don't see any quizzes here. They lied to me. Scammed by the NCCIH. In Singapore, TCM is used to supplement Western treatments. Yeah, I think the same is true in Chinese communities, for sure, including diaspora communities, at least my diaspora community. Forgot about this until now, but my friend got acupuncture for really bad periods, but she ended up getting an ambulance because it induced a really bad asthma attack and just gave her asthma from then on when she didn't have it before. Wait, she didn't have asthma, but it induced an asthma, but it fixed the periods. I'm sorry for laughing because that's a really shit like experience. It's just funny to me that she went from really bad period pain to like having asthma, and it was just like trading one for the other. That's so unfortunate. I'm so sorry. Not at all the ideal result that we're hoping for. Shit, that sucks, dude. Academic overachiever yells at website for no promised quizzes. Listen, if you want to call me a nerd, just call me that. Just call me a nerd. Why are you laughing? No, I laugh too. It's okay. Thank you. I mean, is it not kind of fucked up in like a funny way? Like, oh shit, you have asthma now. But at least your period pain's gone. Like, it's just funny. I shouldn't laugh though, it's true, but it's kind of a fucked up situation. Ying tries not to laugh, chat. I'm one of the, my cheeks literally hurt from laughing too hard this stream. And what was the topic of the stream? Chinese medicine. I have no reason to be laughing so hard my cheeks hurt. But here we are, I told her she'd have to keep swapping out new problems until she got an okay one. That's hilarious. What do you think is next on the domino chain? You are funny. I don't think I'm funny. I think you guys are funny and I'm just laughing at you guys. Or with you. Or at your jokes, more accurately. I'm going to hell. Why am I laughing? Because it's funny! Superhero pizza toothpaste ads. They did not give us the promised quizzes. How dare they? I love an internet quiz. All right. What is Tai Chi? Wait, do you think they have like intro? Oh, I keep like, sorry. What was I trying to say? I feel like my brain just went in like 5 different directions and then gave up on all of them at the same time. That was a very ADHD moment. Oh yes, like you know how you can go on YouTube and be like beginner yoga video. Do you think they have like a beginner Tai Chi workout? They must. Easy 5-minute form. Bro, this guy's arms! And it's only 5 minutes? Let's do it! Guys, stand up. Let's do it. Oh, sorry, you guys can't hear the video. I just realized.
Talking if you want to watch
My
that.
bad.
But until then, I'm going to teach each individual form by itself.
Oh, you follow this person?
Okay, so the first move to almost any Tai Chi form is called Open Tai Chi or Begin Tai Chi, Qi Si, and it goes something like this. Some people go higher.
Wait,
like
is he
this.
bending his legs?
That feels a bit unnatural for me. I've always gone to just around shoulder height, like this. An important note in Tai Chi is the principles that go behind it are more important than the accuracy of the movements themselves. So in this case, by beginning, we're going to stand around our feet shoulder width like this. We're going to inhale for, say, 5 seconds, hold for 5 seconds, and then exhale. If you can't do 5 seconds, you can do
We're water bending
3,
on stream.
4, build your way up. Try to keep it even like this. So.
Why is it an 11-minute video, but it's a 5-minute? I'm being toxic. Sorry, I'm just joking. I'm joking.
In the beginning of the form, we're going to do it 3 times. So after we do that, we're going to end like this. Sink a little
Dodo
bit,
Bird,
go
thank you
down,
for the sub.
And we're going to go into our first proper form
Welcome.
called Grasp the Sparrow's Tail, or Lan Chiwei. And it looks like this. If you have trouble understanding how to do any of these movements, I advise you to video yourself and watch it back and compare it to mine and see if you're doing anything wrong. It's also extraordinarily helpful to break up the lower body and upper body movements. So in this case, after you go down,
Why do I feel like you would be an evil firebender, not
No, I would obviously be a chaotic airbender. How dare you?
knees go back like this, and then like this.
Now I'm really glad I did
As
wushu
you work
because
in
a lot
our
of this
hands,
comes very
pretend
naturally
you're
to
holding
me.
a
I don't have enough
basketball,
room here quite.
Like this. Press it in slightly.
Oh.
Basketball.
You know what this reminds me of?
Press it in a little bit.
There was an
But right after
improv
that, we'll
theater.
step back with our
I'm gonna
left
pause
foot.
this really quick. There was an improv theater exercise I did back when I was still a theater kid in high school, and it was like a push and pull. I forget what it was called. Our director was kind of wacky, but it was like an energy push and pull kind of interactive exercise where the function of the warm up basically was to like tune you into the energies of the actors around you, right? And so you and somebody would pair up, and the two of you would literally hold your hands like this at each other without any touching, right? It would be like several feet or even yards apart. And then the two of you would just like kind of push each other back and forth across the room. And I guess it like, there was a magic to it in that I could feel some kind of pressure, energy. I don't know what it is. Like there was a signal at some point, like where I could almost always tell that like I could like feel my partner pushing back, you know? And then we would just like push back and forth across the room like this for like 5 minutes. It was fascinating. I don't know why that worked, but it was like a really fun warm up. Chaotic sleep well. Good night. Have a good one. Nice cool down. I'm so dead from today. The moves come naturally too. I'm happy. That's good. Theater kid placebo. There it is. You did something similar in your theater class a week ago. Yeah. Because I think it's really about like observation and sensitivity, because I think energy on stage is a very real thing, and the give and take and the dynamics of the energy between like you and your fellow actors is like super important. So I could understand why that exercise worked, but the first time our director described it to us, I looked at her like she was crazy. I was just like, you want us to what? You want us to airbend each other across the room? Like, what? No, it was fun though. Interesting. Every time I come to Ying channel, her talking style just brightens my day and makes me do something productive. That is very high praise. Thank you, TL Tabs. I'm gonna hold on. I'm screenshotting this and I'm adding it to my praises of Ying library. I'm starting it today with this. I tried to start it many times. I always lose track of it. Thank you. What were we on? We were on the Tai Chi fact sheet. You guys can Google this yourself or YouTube it yourself, but here's the link if you want it. Incredible Mom was like, wow, ooh, Ying watches and listens and does not do anything productive. This is especially funny because we're friends, IRL. Like, what? I would expect my IRL friends to be the least likely to find my streams distracting, because y'all already have to put up with me talking at you all the time. Thank you for reading my comment. What do you mean? I try to read as much of chat as possible, although I know I do a really shit job at it when you guys move fast. I'm sorry, I'm doing my best. But thank you for writing me things to read. Genuinely, I always say it, but I'm here because of chat. Despite everything that goes down in the CC sphere that I fucking hate, I've stuck around because I love chat and I love streaming. It's really fun. I'm really glad that we're doing less, like, as much as I enjoy gaming, I think I enjoy most gaming off stream. And so like these Wikipedia-ass streams are really fun. Although we've barely spent any Wikipedia time this stream, to be honest. I know what you're talking about. I don't know what that is. The forces of the spaces between people and all its forms. Exactly! I felt like I was crazy. I was like, no. I can feel this. Like I can feel it. Like I actually literally, it's like, you should try it. Grab a friend and be like, okay, bear with me. Let's push each other across the room with the space between us. Trust me. I really think it works. Talking in background means I cannot do anything else, even if I mean for it to be in the background. Oh, I think it depends on what I'm working on in the foreground, if that makes sense. But I absolutely relate to that. That's why I can't work when there's like music or a podcast on, but I love to put a podcast on while I'm like doing the dishes or the laundry or cleaning the bathroom. I don't know, you know, like stuff that doesn't require my brain. I appreciate that you're so interactive with chat. That's what I'm here for, so thank you. I was talking to my manager a long time, slight digression, sorry. I was talking to my manager a long time ago, back when I still cared about like streamer growth and content creation performance and whatnot, when we were setting a strategy, because back then I was trying to go full-time. Not anymore, now I'm just here for fun. Life is much better. But back when I was trying to go full-time, there was a whole conversation we had about chat interactivity, and he used to call it the e-girl effect, which was very interesting. I could see his point, right? As much as I probably would not personally use that term. The idea is that it's like certain chats are valuable to the chatter because it's a high touch experience with the streamer. And the result of it is that the chat can only scale to a certain size, because once it goes beyond that size, you lose that personal interactivity element. And if you want to go full-time as a streamer, obviously you want to avoid that because you would limit your own growth. I don't know. I remember thinking about that, and it made me kind of depressed because I was like, but I want to be interactive with chat. And so I was like practicing ways where I could be interactive while still allowing things to scale or whatever. And then thankfully in the long run, it doesn't matter anymore. But I just thought that was an interesting thought that we had. I wonder, what does the US medical study think about cordyceps, or whatever you spell it? Oh, let's look it up. Mushrooms. I have cordyceps in my coffee. Cordyceps science. Pharmacological and therapeutic potential of cordyceps with special reference to cordycepin. Main constituent of the extract derived from this fungus comprises of a novel biometabolite called cordycepin, which is a very potent anti-cancer, antioxidant, and anti-inflammatory activities. They just say that, huh? Discusses the broad spectrum potential of cordycepin, including biological and pharmacological actions. The article also reviews the current efforts to delineate the mechanism of action. Will draw the attention of the scientific community and improve their bioactivity and protection of commercial use. The abstract at least makes it sound like this is like a thoroughly proven thing, and it's all the way back from 2013 to... Holy shit, actual science! We love a good paper! I think I felt it the most dancing swing. Yes! Yes. I love swing dancing for that reason as well. Not that I was any good at it. I just did the high school PE version of it. Okay, so now that we've done this intro level skim and we've opened up all their cheat sheets, we looked at Tai Chi, we looked at acupuncture, we looked at herbs, we kind of looked at guasha and cupping, and now I want to go finally to the Wikipedia article, just for a quick skim. Okay, see? Pseudoscientific, that's how I thought of it too. The majority of its treatments have no known mechanism of action. Honestly, I have to admit to my lack of knowledge, obviously like it's immediately obvious what this means when you see the phrase, but this stream is probably the first time I have seen the phrase mechanism of action like used in a scientific context, and like immediately I was like, oh yes, of course, it's like the actual literal like chemical processes of what is happening. I just like didn't know about MOA until today, until just now. Yeah, Tai Chi sheet. But I fell for the clickbait and stayed for the personality. Wait, what clickbait? Hold on. What are you guys talking about? I need to catch up. Came from YouTube and love catching a stream. Wait, what? What clickbait? What did I clickbait? I tried my best to avoid clickbait. What did I clickbait you on? Tell on me. Call me out. What did I clickbait? Okay, sorry. Anyway, got a little defensive there. Thanks for staying for the personality. Back to the topic at hand. What are they citing here, by the way? That's a clever title. Hard to swallow. Is it possible to gauge the true potential of traditional Chinese medicine? This is from all the way back in 2007, though. Would you not expect a more up-to-date study to cite, or not study, but article? The task of finding these elusive gems is approached in a typically reductionist manner. Single compounds might have a role in treating special diseases. Oh, interesting. This seems to be considering like how Western science has been researching Chinese medicine, and it's like by using the word reductionist, I guess I immediately kind of clued into what they're getting at here. That's interesting. Well, I'll be back. This is a very interesting article. Hold on. I like the title. You were clickbaited about not clickbaiting. Yeah, I'll admit it. It was someone else who uploaded a video that you looked like twice Ji-hyo. Somebody uploaded a video about how I look like twice Ji-hyo. I didn't know people made videos about me. I'm processing this information unless I misread that somehow. That's hilarious. Are you a professional Chinese medicine pharmacist now? Oh, yes. In the span of a 2.5-hour stream, I have in fact become a fully licensed medical practitioner of TCM. Yeah, an entire video. I mean, who knows? Maybe a short form or like a tweet or something. Bye, Scrabble. Thanks for hanging out. Thank you for the stream. I gotta go study for your psych class. Good luck. Thanks for keeping me company as I clean my room. Absolutely. Very honored to keep you company as you clean your room. Good luck with the psych class. We expect nothing less. What's up, Girani? If only I could do that for my nursing degree. I am glad, personally, that nurses spend more than 1.5 hours studying for their nursing degree. Okay, anyway. This encompasses folk beliefs. How do you pronounce this word? Illuminati. Pronunciation. Literati. Sounds like a car name. Literati theory and Confucian philosophy, herbal remedies, food, diet, exercise, medical specializations, and schools of thought. Everything under the sun. Liddy. Exactly. In the early 20th century, Chinese culture and political modernizers worked to eliminate traditional practices as backward and scientific. Interesting. Traditional practitioners then selected elements of philosophy and practice and organized them into what they called Chinese medicine, Zhongyi. In the 1950s, the Chinese government sponsored the integration of Chinese and Western... Oh, what's this? Okay. And in the Great Proletarian Cultural Revolution of the 1960s... I'm sorry, is that the full legal name of this incident? Wait. 文化大革命 is translated as the Great Proletarian Cultural Revolution. Why? Where in the word 文化大革命? Oh, because there's a formal name. Oh, that's where it is. Okay, I'll take it. Okay, sorry. Anyway, as part of the Cultural Revolution, the Chinese government promoted Chinese medicine as inexpensive and popular after the opening of relations. Why? Where would they, what is this? Why did they, oh God, it's a Chinese citation. And it's in Fantizi and I can't read it. Archived from the original. Hold on. Web archive, thank you. What is this? It won't load. No! Oh, it loaded. Oh, I can't read it. It's in traditional Chinese. Oh my God, why does traditional Chinese always look so intimidating? Can I like translate this? Can I translate to choose another language? Translate to Chinese simplified. That did not work at all. Okay. They are the literal definition of big word. Traditional Chinese is when characters big scary. Very good summary. Google Translate entire web pages from simplified traditional and vice versa. Save my ass. I do that all the time too. Me too, Momo. Okay. Like my primary function of using Google Translate is number one, to read Chinese words for me when I don't recognize them. So I can get the pinging and then I'm like, oh, that's what it says. And then other times it's to translate Chinese to Chinese. Anyway, TCM is said to be based on texts such as 黄帝内经. I've never heard of this ever in my life. What? And the Compendium of Materia Medica. 本草what? 本草 what now? 本草纲目. 本草纲目? What does 纲目 mean? Well, I don't know. I'm not going to ask traditional ancient China stuff. 黄帝内经, 本草纲目. Yeah, you seem very familiar with it. I've never heard of them. It's a 16th century encyclopedic work. And it includes, oh, here we go. Herbal medicine, acupuncture, cupping, guasha, tuina. Bone setter? What is bone setting? Oh, like when you break a bone? Dieta. Huh. For bruises too. Okay. Qigong and dietary therapy. One of the basic tenets is that the body, here it is. See? The body's qi is circulating through channels called meridians, having branches connected to the bodily organs and function. Oh, I did not explain that part. I apologize. The qi meridians, indeed. How does Wikipedia describe qi? Is believed to be a vital force forming part of any living entity. Literally meaning vapor, air, or breath, the word qi is a pa.
There's one proposition on the March 5th
No. Stop. I don't want to hear about your stupid... Stop. I'll vote later. Go, Emma. Polysemous. Oh my god, all that work just to fucking... Okay. The word qi is a polysemous word, often translated as vital energy, vital force, material energy, or simply as energy. This was I mean, obviously I'm not trying to say that my off the top of my head explanation could ever be better than Wikipedia's intro, but it was a very good intro. Okay, there is no evidence that meridians or vital energy exist. Thank you. Concepts of the body and of disease used in TCM reflect its ancient origins and its emphasis on dynamic process over material structure. What is humorism? A system of medicine. Oh, right. The humors, of course. Yes, I remember studying that actually. I knew this phrase first from Jay Chou's song. Wait, which phrase? The 本草纲目 one? That's true, because Jay Chou often puts a lot of like classical Chinese references in his lyrics. Some doctor went out of his way to taste every kind of herb he could find and wrote a book. Oh, that is very apothecary. We have once again found the apothecary diary. Guys, we found it. This is the apothecary diary. The guy who went and tasted every herb and then wrote a book about it. We're back. The true apothecary diary was the herbs we tasted along the way. You can get browser add-ons to pronounce selections. You're right, I should probably do that. But I always stream in a guest browser, so I don't get my extensions anyway. Did he ever taste his last herb? Okay. The demand for traditional medicine in China has been a major generator of illegal wildlife smuggling linked to the killing and smuggling of endangered animals. Yeah. Wasn't there the whole thing about the market where they were selling, what was it? The scales of the pangolin scales were like, wasn't there a period of time where they were like suspecting that was the vector for COVID transmission? There was something like that. I don't even remember. Okay. Scholars in the history of medicine distinguish its doctrines and practice from those of present day TCM. So ancient TCM and modern TCM are different. The English language term traditional Chinese medicine was coined by party propagandists. That is a strong phrase. I'm not familiar with guest browsing except at the library. I just know that it's a totally unauthenticated context, right? Polysemous reminds me of Babel's magic system, where the magic comes from words that can't be translated directly. Oh. What is Babel? other than the historical context. Like, it sounds like you're referencing a work of fiction. Okay, Nathan Siwen criticizes attempts to treat medicine and medical practices in traditional China as if they were a single system. Instead, he says there were 2,000 years of medical system in turmoil and speaks of a myth of an unchanging medical tradition. I like that! I like this thought process a lot. He urges that traditional medicine translated purely into terms of modern medicine becomes partially nonsensical, partly irrelevant, and partly mistaken. That is also true the other way around, a point easily overlooked. T.J. Hinrichs observes that people in modern Western societies divide healing practices into biomedicine for the body, psychology for the mind, and religion for the spirit, but these distinctions are inadequate to describe medical concepts among Chinese historically and to a considerable degree today. That is getting at the point where in most scholarly Western practices, in general, there is a lack of like intersectionality, right? Which is like, this is basically what they're saying. Like, it's like dividing everything, but most medical concepts for Chinese traditional medicine encompass multiple parts together, right? Yeah. And like in our lived experiences, it's more accurate actually to say that these things are all connected. Which nowadays we're chalking up to like the power of the human mind or whatever, but it all comes together. Okay. The medical anthropologist Charles Leslie writes that Chinese, Greco-Arabic, and Indian traditional medicines were all grounded in systems of correspondence that aligned to the organization of society, the universe, and the human body and other forms of life into an all-embracing order of things. Okay, each of these traditional systems was organized with such qualities as heat and cold, wet and dry, light and darkness, qualities that align the seasons, compass directions, and the human cycle of birth, growth, and death. They provided, Leslie continued, a, quote, comprehensive way of conceiving patterns that ran through all of nature, and they, quote, served as a classificatory and mnemonic device to observe health problems and to reflect upon, store, and recover empirical knowledge, but they were also, quote, subject to stultifying theoretical elaboration, self-deception, and dogmatism. That seems like a pretty solid summary. 现在换成中文想害我啊？害我干嘛？为什么现在换？我正在读，你是要我把这个转成那个中文的文章来读吗？哎呦，这个肯定读不来。换一下啊，看看他们那个中文的 Wikipedia 会不会有？应该会有吧？这里有，哎，有，换。好，哎呀。哎呀，好像是繁体字哦。哦，怎么办？哎呀，这里可以，好像可以换。咦，哎，说什么呢？本文标题可能经过转换，好，可以，没关系，关闭。现在是简体字了吗？哎，没有啊。为什么没有换成简体字？为什么？哎呀，为什么？Why isn't it switching? 啊 Question! 我们现在是 Mandarin Chinese Redeem. 大家欢迎，我的名字是 Ying. I'm like literally translating my stream. Raid welcome. I can't do that. Hello. 大家好. Welcome Raiders, my name's Ying, variety streamer. Sometimes YouTuber, not so much recently. We're doing a Wikipedia stream, and I was forced to switch this to Chinese due to a redeem from D-Gold earlier. I can't read it. 你们今天做什么啦? What were you guys streaming? Did I see Honkai Star Rail? Oh yeah, HSR. What were you up to? 我们现在 Mandarin Redeem. I mean, how would you say redeem in Mandarin? I can't read this either. I wouldn't expect you to, Christian, but I would expect myself to. 但是我不能读这个的主要原因是因为我看不懂繁体字，所以我觉得我实际上是有点 what's the word I'm looking for? How would you say like an excuse? 是可以原谅自己的 That's like forgiveness. That's not quite right. You gotta click 不转换。我不是明明点过了吗？大陆简体。懂了，谢谢。 Anyway, good to meet you all. Hope you had a fun stream. What were you doing in Star Rail? I hope it was fun. I didn't know you played Star Rail, Christian. Do you voice someone in Star? I feel like you did. I feel like there was an NPC. Do you voice a player character yet? I'm like, would not be surprised if that happened and I missed it. I've been meaning to get back because the Pinaconi, is that how you pronounce it? Pinaconi seems fun. I know you. I found your video saying that you had names and locations correctly. Thanks for watching the video. I hope it was helpful. What's the Hickinator? Oh. Indeed. What is the Hickinator 3000? All right. Here it is. Today we have invented a device hitherto never before seen, despite the fact that there are hundreds of thousands of Google image results. No, it simply caught on that fast. Hear me out. This magnificent medical device is, from today on, hereby known as the Hickinator 3000 because it attached to your back and it suck, and then you get a bunch of hickeys. That's why it's called the Hickinator 3000. No, cupping? What the hell is cupping? I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. No. This is the Hickinator 3000. Welcome to a brave new world. Damn, the ad read for the Hickinator 3000. We were, for those of you just joining us, welcome. We've been looking into traditional Chinese medicine today just because I don't know anything about it. And I'm really curious, like, how legit is it really? I feel like I tend to be quite dismissive of it, but I feel like there's probably some valid recent research and I don't want to dismiss all of it. So I've been schooled. There's a lot of really like solid stuff on it, and there's also equally unsolid stuff about it, to be fair. So that's where we're at, reading a bunch of articles, and then in the process we were learning about cupping, and because I like had seen, like, my dad used to get cupping done a lot. And then I was like describing it to chat, and then we were like talking about all the different methods of cupping, and then I don't know how it happened, but at some point Nobara, who I think is still in chat, said Hickinator 3000, and it just caught on. So from now on it's the Hickinator 3000. What do they do though? Like, do they just make red marks? So the idea of cupping, I guess, is that it's probably like a chi rebalance thing, right? I don't think I actually went and asked like what do TCM practitioners think cupping does. What cupping do? What cupping do? To relieve conditions that cause pain. Some say it helps with chronic health issues. Oh, this is not usually in Mandarin, sorry. This was earlier in English, but then right before the raid, D-Gold kicked off a Mandarin Chinese redeem. So I was gonna switch it briefly to Simplify Chinese and then struggle for a short period of time before coming back. I'm not a very good Chinese reader, and I usually use like an extension to help me, but I'm in a guest browser right now, so I can't do that. So it's supposed to help with your back. Not just that. Could be more than your back, but people do it on your back. So, yeah. Hickinator 3000 with the emote. Thank you, Novara, for this fantastic spawning of a cultural pivotal moment, truly. Christian, thanks for bringing your community here. I hope you had a fun stream. If you need to go rest, please do. If you haven't already. I'm gonna try to read in Chinese for a bit. Hold on. Oh, it's teeny tiny, bro. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna, how should we do this? Can I install Chrome extensions in a guest? No, I think I have to be authenticated. Okay, let me switch to my authenticated browser and then switch the capture, and then that way I can use my extension and this won't be quite as painful. Okay, hold on. I got this. 1 second. Browser capture. And then you guys get 3 minutes of it. 是这个吗？应该是这个。OK， 对的，就这个。好的。然后捏。好，然后用这个。好，看好。亦称中医学，亦称汉医学，是一种起源于中国汉族 写至今已有千年历史的传统医学，与现代医学相比较时，其常被归入 ，is that right？ 归入传统医学的范畴。I was just guessing and I guessed wrong. 因此现今世界上的中医学的发展目标多是追求自身的科学化和现代化。I just read all that and I don't fucking know what the fuck it just said except for the fact that it said the word history like a bunch of times and traditional a bunch of times. Let me see if I can process it. It's a 中医学 is a practice that comes out of the 汉族 how would you translate 汉族 hold on, help me out. Han ethnic group, there we go. Wait, really? It's traditionally Han? It doesn't involve any of the other ethnic groups? That makes sense because each of them has their own sort of subculture. Okay, anyway, sorry, little sidebars. It's a traditional medicine practice. In comparison to modern medicine, it's usually categorized as in the category of traditional medicine. Because of this, most of the goals of Chinese medicine are trying to achieve. They're trying to like scientify and modernize. I just made up a new word. That's my live translation. Jajang! Probably talking about the time, periods, or history when certain medicines were invented. Yeah, no, well, yeah, it's like the trends, I think is how they started. 目前中医以中华文化捐传统医疗为主流，按照中华人民共和国全国科学技术名词审定委员会 Wow, this is a very, very long committee name. This whole thing, you see this whole thing? That's just one committee name. 审定的名词，中医学是以中医药理论与实践 means practice. Okay. 实践经验为主题，研究人类生命活动中健康与疾病。I couldn't read this word. 转化规律。Maybe to practice Chinese, I should just read Chinese Wikipedia articles. The fuck? 及其预防 The craziest part is that like I recognize a lot of these characters. I'm like I used to know how to read that. I can't anymore. 诊断治疗康复和保健的综合性科学。Anyways, it's like basically it's an all-encompassing practice. And they have a committee that decided what it was going to be called, which is 中医 aka Chinese medicine. Okay. Can I come back to English now? It's fucking torture. Thank you, D Gold, for the redeem. Oh my god, I almost accidentally switched it to Japanese. That would have been even worse. Damn, this wiki got hands. Exactly. That's exactly it. What is Hanzu? Like, wait, why are you asking that? Like, are you joking? Am I missing the joke? Well, I feel like Hatamisu must know. What extension are you using that gives you the meaning when you highlight the words? Oh, that's, let me show you. That is this. 中文. It's a pop-up dictionary. Here, let me drop the link for you. Boop. It's, oh, sorry, I might have broken that link. Yeah. Hold on. I've been meaning to star this. I'm not signed in on GitHub. Okay, sorry. 1 second. I'm gonna give it a star. And then I'm gonna switch us back to the other browser. I'm not signed in on GitHub. Okay, switch this back to English. The extension's literally called Chinese. Not 中文 dictionary, nothing like that. No, just 中文. Okay, we are back in English. The doctrines of Chinese medicine are rooted in books such as we read that part. I'm so sorry. Stupid a little bit. Traces of therapeutic activities in China date from the Shang dynasty. 商周秦汉, 商周秦汉, 隋唐宋, 隋唐宋. 元明清 Republic, 元明清 Republic, 毛泽东, 毛泽东. Okay, hold on, let me authenticate so I'm like very fixated on the fact that I apparently haven't starred this repo. I need to two-factor in. No, it failed. Okay. Star! What if they have any open issues? Ooh, interesting. Okay, sorry. It's a bit of an ADHD moment. Oh, it's still capturing the wrong one? Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize. I thought I switched it. My bad. All good. Oh, wait. Oh, now it's switched. Oh my god, my dumbass thought I was capturing this window the whole time. Thanks for letting me know. It's fine, it's just open source. I'll rotate some keys if necessary. This is interesting. This is a lot of open issues. They're quite stale though. Oh no, some of them are pretty fresh. Okay, sorry. I'm back. Well, what, but was 白花油, 风油, or, you're right, we didn't even talk about all the, like, oils. GitHub Light Mode. I don't work on this PC, okay? Wait, I do use GitHub in light mode. I do, actually. I thought about it, like, I dialed into my work laptop in my head. I did a mental SSH. I do use GitHub in light mode. I do actually prefer it in light mode. Call me insane, I'll take it. That's why you can't spell terrifying without Ying. Is it considered Chinese medicine? Hold on. Let me search, like, what is like tiger balm, you know? Proven pain relief. Is it proven? Is it? Tiger balm. Ooh, thanks, Wikipedia. Oh, I didn't know it was a Singaporean company this whole time. My eyes can't handle light mode anymore. I think my eyes have trouble handling dark mode in many applications, but in the end, all of my IDEs are still dark mode Monokai theme, so I guess it's still, because I am still a dark mode girly in the end. I don't know, it's kind of all over the place. Some of my stuff I use dark mode, some of it I use light mode. I'm curious about, wait, what? Did I see the word lawsuit? Oh, it's just branding. Wait, what? It reached the Supreme Court of India! How exciting. Okay. Ooh, they switched it out with ukulele. Sorry. I'm looking for efficacy notes, but I don't see anything here about, like, science. So, Tiger Balm is so real. How dare you? I use it for Mozzie bites, too. I do feel like for me, it's a very good temporary pain and irritation relief. I always keep Tiger Balm or 风油精. If I just search the pinyin, do you think 风油精? 风油essence. Here you go. This is the shit I use, the green stuff. Oily green stuff. Yeah, I use it against my mosquito bites. Paraffin. Oh, that's why it's oily. Chlorophyll? That's why it's green? Menthol, salicylate, camphor, eucalyptus oil, and eugenol. All these science words I don't know how to read. Your bookshelf is built. We're still streaming. Hello, welcome back. Congrats on finishing your bookshelf. Mozzie is, yeah, mosquito. It's not mozzarella. I use the word mozzie to refer to both mosquitoes and mozzarella. But if it's mozzarella, it's mozzie. And if it's mosquitoes, it's mozzie. Although I think I kind of used them the same way earlier. Is that what the green stuff is? Chlorophyll? I guess so. Did you improve your Chinese? I saw recently your Duolingo Chinese video. No. 我现在的中文跟当时大概差不多水平，没进步，没退步，就这个样子了。 我就这个样子了。不过我上海话可能讲的比 how you say 以前的上海意思，可能更加。Can you say 进步 or 进步 Does that work? I don't know. I feel like there's a specific way Shanghainese people say 以前 and I can't remember right now. But my Zhanghe has improved a little. I used the flower thing for forever, but the label rubbed off before I knew what it was. So I just knew it as a mysterious green potion. Yeah, it's probably this. If you use a mysterious green potion that's oily and like mentholated, it's probably this. It's my favorite, personally. Have you ever used something called 宝宝金水? 宝宝金水! It's like 宝宝金水, right? It's like they go 宝宝, like the cutified version. Yeah. But the 金水 should be like this jing, right? This 金水, right? Wasn't it? I feel like I put it in my baths when I was a very small child, and then you would come out of your bath and your whole body would feel like it was minty. I didn't know it was Chinese. Oh, yeah. Well, I guess I knew it was a Chinese. Well, I assumed it was Chinese because all my Chinese relatives used it. Yeah, it's mainly used for mosquito bites. I still do. I still get tension headaches really easily. Every time I get a tension headache, it's pretty minor. I don't get like chronic headaches or what are they called? Migraines. I don't get migraines. They're just kind of like standard tension headaches. I put a little bit on my temples and I swear to God, I don't think it makes the headache go away, but the overall feeling, I just feel better. I just feel a lot better. Just like right here on the temples. I do have to close my eyes though, because when it's that close to your eyes, the like menthol part of it will get in your eyes. It's not a good feeling. So maybe my headache's going away because I'm like laying down and closing my eyes, to be fair. Okay. It can either be used externally on the skin. Oh, also, I should say, earlier in the Genshin stream, like when we were doing the Lantern Rite event, and then there was like a thing where Ganyu was like, I have a headache, and then was it Shenghe? Shenghe was like, oh, let me put some of this like thing on your horns. I was immediately like, is it Feng Youjing? Like, did Shenghe apply Feng Youjing to Ganyu's horns? I don't know, because they like translated it kind of. I don't remember what they said. I don't even remember what the Chinese said. Oh, I hydrate. Thank you, caps lock. Cucumbers on your temples for headaches. That's interesting. I originally thought it was Jing, but apparently it's Jing on the Chinese Wikipedia. Are you serious? It's Jing as in gold and not Jing as in like essence? Today I learned. Thank you for telling me that. Okay. But it is, am I thinking of the same thing? The Baba Jing Shui is the minty thing. Wasn't it mint extract in English? Wait, what? Mint oil? What? What's mint oil? They said mint oil. Oh, sorry, in Genshin. Mint oil. Oh, maybe that is what they said. Mint extract, something like that. Yeah, that's probably, I feel like in Chinese they said something like qing liang you though, right? Did they not? I don't know. I don't remember. It's fine. Whatever. I was like, that's definitely Feng Youjing. Menthol and eucalyptus oil activate specialized nerve cells responsible for sensing temperature, which produces the feeling of cold. I actually never thought to Google, why does menthol and eucalyptus oil make me feel minty? Now I know. It also causes a burning sensation and it covers the itchiness. That makes sense. All right, solid. Forbidden groups. Okay, sorry. I have so many fucking tabs open, guys. Let's come back. For my question earlier, no, I still genuinely don't know what Hanzu is every time I see it, like a race. Oh, yeah, I think Momo responded to your question earlier. It's like an ethnicity. It's like the largest ethnicity, the predominant, I guess, ethnicity in China. I'm Han. I'm Han Chinese. But China has like 40 something, I always forget the number, 46? Was it 46? 46 ethnic groups. So it's like quite actually ethnically diverse, but people who aren't Chinese forget. Like people will equate Han Chinese with like all Chinese, which is not correct. So yeah. I for some reason thought you were familiar. My bad. Thank you for asking again. 56. Okay, not 46. 56. Thank you. I feel like forbidden groups is a poorly translated phrase there. Just touch. That was probably written in Chinese first. That is almost definite. You're very correct. Maybe I should become a Wikipedia editor and update the subheader translation. Someday. You know, now that I think about it, technically, would editing Wikipedia count as a non-technical open source contribution? I think that is true because it is an open source knowledge base and you're making a contribution to it that didn't involve writing code in some way. Ooh, that just gave me an idea. Sorry, I like run open source programs at work and we're always trying to look into ways to like bring more people in. Okay, got an idea. I got an idea. Anyway, they believe acupuncture happened in the Shang Dynasty. And that they did bloodletting for stimulating the chi meridians. Wikipedia is open source. Yeah, exactly. Wikipedia needs more people who are natively fluent in both English and Chinese, that's for sure. I think that's probably true for all of the language translation-based pages, right? What is this? Mawang Dui? Okay, I'm gonna skim a little. Ben Cao Jing again. Wait, this one's different. Shen Long Ben Cao Jing. How is this different from this Ben Cao Ganmu book? Oh, are they authored by different people? Hold on. Ben Cao Ganmu is created by I don't know how to do the tones, but Li Shizhen, and published in the late 16th century during the Ming Dynasty. Is this one older? Ah, this one's much older. This was written in like the BCs. Wait, what? Compilation of oral traditions. Ooh! The original text no longer exists. It is said to have been composed of 3 volumes containing 365 entries on medicaments. That's pretty cool. Do you think they still like print versions of this? Or maybe I could look for a version of like Ben Cao Ganmu instead, because that's more recent. Li Shizhen. It's a pretty cool name. As in Shijian Zhengui. Am I understanding that correctly? Okay. Post-Han Dynasty. Several shorter books tried to summarize or systemize the contents of the Yellow Emperor's inner canon. This was such a strange translation for Huangdi Neijing, but I guess there's no other way to translate it, to be fair. Okay. Oh, okay. Right. I forgot that vaccination was invented in China, or as far as we can tell. Weren't there stories about it also being, I mean, it was probably invented in many different places in many different ways, but the version of it that got popularized is the smallpox inoculation. I think, didn't they use like a scab? Hold on, let me see. Healthy people were exposed to smallpox scab tissue. Exposed to is a really nice way for them to say made to eat powdered scab tissue. They had a smaller chance of being infected by the disease later on. Well, to be fair, there were lots of different ways they would take it. Sometimes they would ingest it. Sometimes they would cut like a wound and then like put the scab tissue on it, like powderized. Oh, wait, hold on. It's right here. There we go. Common methods include crushing it into powder and breathing it through the nose. Man, imagine snorting someone's smallpox scab. Wacky times. In 1950, Mao Zedong himself announced support of traditional Chinese medicine he did not personally believe in and did not use it. What? Then why? Wait, what the fuck is this citation? What? Chairman Mao invented traditional Chinese medicine? What? What is this article? Hold on. Oh my god, there's so many fucking ads on this page. Okay, I'll come back here after stream myself. Modernity, cultural identity, China's socio-economic reconstruction, contrasted it to colonial and feudal past. Well, then why would you want to bring back Chinese medicine if it was Oh, because basically of nationalism, right? They wanted a new national identity, and by revitalizing tradition, they could develop potentially affordable medical care. It was recreated in response to Western medicine. That's very interesting. Huh. I may have chosen the wrong time to discover this stream. Lunch. Eating lunch with fried fish skin. Pigs on high. I'm very sorry that I talked about eating smallpox scabs while you were having lunch. I hope it did not ruin your appetite. Welcome to chat. Man, didn't know Matt was an anti-vaxxer. I love spreading disinformation on the internet. In the American Revolution, similar discoveries were made, but there the scab was just rubbed on an open wound. Yeah. I feel like I read a lot, / maybe it was on a podcast. I don't know. I always forget where I hear things from. But there was something about how like a lot of so-called massive discoveries weren't ever discovered by like one person at one time. Like it was discovered many times by many different disparate peoples. And then whichever one caught on is the one that we credit. But later on you find out that like lots of other people were already doing that thing. Okay, barefoot doctors became a symbol of the Cultural Revolution for the introduction of modern medicine into villages where traditional Chinese medicine services were used. Oh! They combined traditional Chinese values with modern methods to provide health and medical care to poor farmers. Wait. I did not expect when I was like, oh, let's look into traditional Chinese medicine on stream. Like I thought we were gonna get like a bunch of articles about like qi meridians and like ancient China. But it turns out that like the entire concept of traditional Chinese medicine was created kind of like by the propaganda machine, which means that it's pretty recent. And calling it propaganda isn't like to condemn it, right? Like there's still value in the practice, but like they originally conceived it partially because they were seeking a national identity. But it had like, I would assume some pretty positive downstream effects if it resulted in this whole like barefoot doctor situation. That's so cool. This is very, 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 very cool. Yeah. 赤脚医生? Is that what they're literally, is that what the Chinese term is? Oh my god, literally, yeah, 赤脚医生. They were healthcare providers who underwent basic medical training and worked in rural villages in China. Here's a photo of a barefoot doctor performing acupuncture on a man. Folk healers, rural healthcare providers, they include farmers, recent middle or secondary school graduates who receive minimal basic medical and paramedical education. They promoted basic hygiene, preventive healthcare, family planning, and treated common illnesses. The name comes from southern farmers who would often work barefoot in the rice paddies and simultaneously worked as medical practitioners. That's so cool! This is the coolest thing we found all stream, I feel like. I'm not knocking inventions that work, but how deep is the placebo of national beliefs? Oh, absolutely. I absolutely get you. I deeply agree. State Intellectual Property Office, now known as SNIPA, established a database of patents granted for traditional Chinese medicine. You can patent traditional Chinese medicine? Huh? Okay, May 2011, they signed partnership agreements with other countries. So is that why we have a surprise? Because I was thinking about this, where like, isn't it kind of unexpected that in the US we have like official board certification procedures for certifying doctors of Oriental medicine? Like I wouldn't have expected that given the current state of politics. That in the year of our Lord 2024, we would have like really formal certification and like accreditation. I don't know the word. You know what I mean? Like you get certificates, you get certified to be like a formal Oriental doctor. Is that because like the US also signed a TCM partnership agreement? That's very interesting. I wonder. Accreditation. Thank you. Chinese scientists and researchers expressed concern that TCM training and therapies would receive equal support with Western medicine. They criticized a reduction in government testing and regulation of the production of TCM, some of which were toxic, which we read another paper about earlier. Government censors have removed internet posts that question TCM, of course. And in 2020, Beijing drafted a local regulation outlawing criticism. What? Okay. Remember when we saw the other article that was like in 2017, they were like deregulating TCM in China? And then I was like, is there a more recent update? Like, how is this going now? Did China roll it back? No, they doubled down because in 2020, Beijing drafted a local regulation outlawing criticism of traditional Chinese medicine. I feel like the phrase outlawing criticism is pretty intense. That's, I mean, did it pass though? Because it just says drafted. So, oh, wait, hold on. The regulation was later passed with a provision outlawing criticism of TCM removal. Okay. So it didn't make it. It didn't make it. But there is a direction here. Okay. That's a good update. I was wondering which direction it was going in. Now we know. At the beginning of Hong Kong's opening up, Western medicine was not yet popular. I dispute this phrase a little bit. Development after the enactment of Chinese medicine ordinance needed. Please help update this article to reflect recent events or newly available information. What is the Chinese medicine ordinance? An ordinance to provide for the regulation of activities or matters relating to Chinese medicines, blah, blah, blah. Looks like it's in Hong Kong? I ain't reading this, but it looks like it, I assume, got passed, and so that's why they're like, please update. I'm more interested in why that was drafted. What was this in reaction to? I mean, I'm guessing in reaction to criticism about deregulation of TCM, right? Because that's what... like, censors are literally removing internet posts questioning it. I don't entirely buy that Cultural Revolution created TCM take without more solid references in primary documents since my grandmother's family practiced this law. Oh, no. It's not that... I don't think anybody is claiming that, like, TCM practices were created during the Cultural Revolution, but more so that the concept of traditional Chinese medicine as defined by this, like, umbrella encompassing some specific things pulled out of Chinese tradition, many of which are ancient practices that have been around for a long time. It's more so the coining of the term and the concept and the like school of thought that was created during the Cultural Revolution. Because I think without it, it wouldn't have been like cohesive. It would have been more like folk medicine, like Chinese folk medicine versus like an actual scholarship, if that makes sense. So I don't think they're saying that the CCP like invented Chinese traditional medicine during the Cultural Revolution. I think they're saying that they like created this agglomeration of concepts and then like gave it a name and an identity. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. The Tenghua Hospital was the first use of Chinese medicine for the treatment in Chinese hospitals providing free medical services. Fresh coat of paint bundled for resale. Exactly. I like that phrasing. After some struggles to find clear definition and vague answers on Google, does Hanzu mean like main Chinese culture or the standard culture? No, it's just a Chinese ethnicity. It's just like one of the 56 Chinese ethnicities. It happens to be the largest. And so in many contexts, it is sometimes synonymous with Chinese history because it's like this part of Chinese history that the Han ethnicity was responsible for. Which, because they encompass so much of China, sometimes is used interchangeably, but it shouldn't be. It's, I mean, not that it shouldn't be, it's just like not in every case, right? Does that, I feel like Hathamis is getting more confused and I'm a little worried that I'm doing a bad job explaining. Okay. Historiography? What does that mean? What does historiography mean? But what are the traits? It's just an ethnicity. Like, it's just an ethnic group. There's no, like, traits. Like, most of the ethnic... If you're asking for, like, visible traits, there's not really any, like, visible differences. Yeah. Like, ethnicity is not... I mean, race isn't even real. Ethnicity is not, likewise, not, like, a physically quantifiable kind of thing. Oh, like the culture? That's a much harder question to answer because it has in many ways become synonymous with a lot of modern Chinese culture. Maybe traditional Han culture might be a better way to think about it. I think well, I don't want to say that without confirming. So here, let's do this. Han ethnicity traditions. Han ethnic group traditions. Lily, what's up? Have you covered the drink thing they have at the front of the store? What's the drink thing they have at the front of the store? You mean like Wang Laoji? like 熄火的那种 消火 熄火 消火 I don't forget. Let's see. Let's use the Wikipedia article. Why not? Yeah. I actually did not know that it's considered like that it's a collection of ethnic groups. They always have bottles up front. There's like yellow liquid, bottles up front. That sounds like it's just tea. I wouldn't know without higher specificity what you're referencing. Yeah, here's like a handful example. Okay, I wasn't off the mark about that. Malaysian Chinese, not mainland Chinese. That's why I don't know. I'm Chinese. Oh, yeah. It's just an ethnic group. Like, I don't know how else to explain it. If you're curious about Han culture in particular, like, it's probably all, or not all, but much of it would be explained in this. But like any other ethnic group, it has its own unique culture, and like a lot of what people attribute to like traditional Chinese things are actually just Han things. But because it's like the most predominant, largest ethnic group in the world, it's like gets equated with China. But it's just not, that's not how it is. I am Han. Yeah, I am Han Chinese. Most Chinese are Han. That is correct. Yeah, just like from a percentage perspective. Yeah. Okay. Critique! This is what I've been looking for. Historians of science have developed the study of medicine in traditional China into a field with its own scholarly associations, journals, graduate programs, debates. Many distinguish medicine in traditional China from the recent TCM. Oh, right. This is what the Chinese intro paragraph was saying in this article. The Chinese version of this. Your sis took a DNA test. We have Dai. Oh, Daizu? Oh, that is really cool. That is very, very cool. I didn't realize that those DNA tests had like ethnicity subcategories to that level. That's very interesting. I have a whole TED talk I could give about DNA testing and race science, but we won't get into that today. We can save that for a future Wikipedia stream about scientific racism, which I've written 3 papers about. It's okay. That's my college years. It's kind of behind us. Hi, Julian. Happy 34 months. Have you taken a 23andMe test before? Ooh, that's exactly what I have written 3 college level papers about. I have not taken a 23andMe test. Maybe we can do it on stream together sometime, and I can, at that point, give you the rant about how race is not real and genetic markers are incredibly arbitrary. And the spark notes of it is that scientific racism is largely being brought back in recent years, somewhat due to the kind of race science type associations being pushed by DNA kits such as 23andMe, and questions of ethnic descent require you to define a specific slice, a very narrow slice of history, when certain people lived in certain geographic areas. And human history is so much longer and more complicated than that. And no DNA test could ever encapsulate that. And so I think it does some amount of harm in our narrative around race and ethnicity, because most people are not grappling with the concepts behind it at the level of depth that I just gave you a spark notes on. Not that I would demand everyone do that, but I just think the trend has some problems. Anyway. I'm German, so I'm not really allowed to talk about race. Oh no. I thought Germans were educated deeply on concepts of like racial tensions because of your history though, right? Like I was told that like Holocaust education in history was actually pretty well done in Germany. Science is catching up to reality as I understood it, at least in academia. I don't know. We'll see. Science will always be catching up to reality. That's just how it is. The old guard has been known to drag their feet at times for any generation. Oh, absolutely. The number one place I am the most frustrated with them at dragging their feet right now is on data privacy and AI regulations. What the fuck is going on over there? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Because not a single fucking person in the fucking anywhere government body has any fucking idea what's going on anywhere in tech. Yet another rant I could do another fucking TED Talk on. It's okay. It's fine. I'm okay. I'm good. I'm so calm. Not at all bothered. What is this? Let's see. What is called traditional Chinese medicine and practiced today in China and the West is not thousands of years old, but recently constructed using selected traditional terms, some of which have been taken out of context, some badly misunderstood. This Paul guy has criticized Chinese and Western popular books for selective use of evidence, choosing only those works or parts of historical works that seem to lead to modern medicine, ignoring those elements that do not now seem to be effective. But also, like, it's not like depending on your goal, it's not like wrong, right? Like, well, not to ignore completely, but to be like, out of this very long history of different medical practices, some of which were bullshit, some of which turned out to be real, is that not just the natural process of science that we try a lot of things and some of them work and some of them don't? Like, is that not just human history? Just let it all burn, Ying. Make it a Yingferno. Let's go! Is goji berry a Chinese thing? I think that is probably considered a Chinese herb. I don't know why my voice just went all the way up like that, but goji berry Chinese medicine. Let's see. There we go. Goqizi. In this study, Herald Scholarly Open Access. I don't know what that is. It was found that in addition to food and cooking, goji berry plays an important role in traditional Chinese medicine, where it is believed to enhance the immune system, as well as improving vision, protecting the liver, and improving circulation, among other effects. I'm going to highlight just quickly believed to. So that's what the belief says. I'm German too, but German American, and I don't know anything about my dad's side of the family, but my very unusual last name is very common in Tanzania. Something I thought was cool until I looked up who colonized Tanzania. Maybe I don't want to know anything about that side of the family after all. I can see where you're coming from. Frantic. Quantico's been using the word frantic since before I started streaming. You're absolutely correct. It is a little bit frantic. It's kind of fun though, isn't it fun? Ying voice cracked. I learned something today. Bye, Lucy. Have a good one. Anyway, the journal Nature wrote in a 2007 editorial that TCM remains poorly researched and supported. Oh, I think that was literally the article we were reading earlier. Critics say that TCM theory and practice have no basis in modern science. TCM practitioners do not agree on what diagnosis or treatments should be used for any given person. A Nature editorial described TCM as fraught with pseudoscience. I'm just going to highlight the word editorial here without making any comments. A review of the literature in 2008 found that scientists are still unable to find a shred of evidence according to standards of science-based medicine for traditional Chinese concepts such as qi, meridians, and acupuncture points. I mean, yeah. I think qi is more like rather than a scientific fact, more like a spiritual visualization of how you understand energy flow through your body, which is not a bad thing to have, but you can't equate it with science. I think some distinctions need to be made there. Like, I don't see anything wrong with like spiritual concepts as long as they're not like being actively harmful. If it's a visualization that helps you take care of your body, then why the fuck not? But just because I think qi meridians are deeply tied into certain actual Chinese medicine practices, such as acupuncture and acupressure, that's probably where the science concern comes from. So I feel like that's also valid. I'd like to see more research about qi meridians. Probably some of them are valid. Who knows? Anyway, merely a product of ancient Chinese philosophy. The World Health Organization included traditional Chinese medicine in a global diagnostic compendium, but a spokesman said this was not an endorsement of the scientific validity of any traditional medicine practice or the efficacy of any traditional medicine intervention. Metaphorically, but whatever. Be safe. Oh, you mean burn it all down? Why am I so burpy today? I would totally fund to study if TCM. I know, right? If I were fucking rich. Here you go. A $100,000 grant. Just that's probably nothing in academia. Who knows? I don't know what grants look like, to be honest. As horrifying as the history probably is, I'm honestly interested to know too, but I literally know no one on that side. My family doesn't talk about my grandfather for many reasons, so I don't think I'll ever know. I feel that way about a lot of our family history too, because my grandparents' generation lived through the literal Cultural Revolution, and like a lot of shit went down, and many of them chose, you know, different sides. Some of them survived, some of them didn't for lots of different reasons. So it means that a lot of the family history I'm like not allowed to ask questions about. And when I do ask questions about it, people get really like, ooh, we don't talk about that here. And I'm like, okay, sure. I guess it dies with grandpa then. Did I finish the tea? This tea? This is my second pour now, so I guess so. A review of I didn't even think about cost effectiveness. Cost effectiveness research for TCM found that studies had low levels of evidence with no beneficial outcomes. Okay. Pharmaceutical research on the potential for creating new drugs from traditional remedies has few successful results. Proponents suggest that research I was about to literally say this, has so far missed key features of the art of TCM, such as unknown interactions between various ingredients and complex interactive biological systems. One of the basic tenets of TCM is that the body's chi is circulating through channels called meridians. Blah, 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 blah. The concept of vital energy is pseudoscientific. I will accept that statement. Concepts of the body and of disease. Yeah, I would prefer the word spiritual, but it has no place in this context. And so in this context, yeah, it's pseudoscientific. Concepts of the body and the disease used in TCM reflect its ancient origins and its emphasis on dynamic processes over material structure, sort of classical humoral theory. Okay, we read that line in somewhere else too. Queer Rens, what's up? It's been controversial within China too. In 2006, the Chinese philosopher, who is this? Zhang Gongyao. Chinese philosopher Zhang Gongyao triggered a national debate with an article entitled Farewell to Traditional Chinese Medicine, arguing that TCM was a pseudoscience that should be abolished in public healthcare and academia. The Chinese government took the stance that TCM is a science and continued to encourage its development. I mean, I feel like it is true that there, compared to the volumes of science, like the success of science is not necessarily measured in its breakthroughs, but also in its failures, right? Like the number of failed studies means here is the compendium of the things that we have tried that did not work, and so that we know we can try these other things instead. That is literally the mechanism of science itself. So if this is a field of study, and that's the part I'm having trouble quantifying, like how much is TCM a field of study where we have not done enough throwing spaghetti at the wall, right? In comparison to especially the amount of the depth and the breadth of the research that we have done on Western concepts of medicine. That is the primary principle I want to continue to challenge, but it's hard to know. I guess I could look into it, how much of a body of research exists. I feel like you'd have to do some kind of unified search across like both Western and Eastern materials, like scholarly materials. And I'm not knowledgeable enough to know what to search. So anyway, Zuyu, thank you for the hydrate. Cheers. And you also, well, thank you for the double hydrate. 8 minutes ago that I didn't notice. There's a philosophical background. They incorporate yin and yang. There's 金木水火土. There is a fantastic artwork. I quite like this actually. This is a vibe to it. I like it. In Germany, they are still trying to make homeopathic medicine a thing, although nothing has been proven on this subject for like 300 years. Yeah, we have the same thing in the US too. A lot of homeopathic remedies. I mean, I've taken my fair share, right? Like taking, I don't know, fucking zinc for colds or whatever. It's fine. As long as it doesn't damage you, it's fine. Sleep well, Cherry. Wait, holy shit. It's been 3.5 hours? I did not mean to stream that long. Let's stop here. I feel like this article is long enough. I'd be here for another 3.5 hours if I tried to go through it. So we're not doing that. The Chinese medical chart reminds me of when I went to Chinatown with my grandmother when she would see the Chinese doctors. Yeah, they always like point at the charts and they all look like that, don't they? An article says the previous regulation we read stemmed from an incident in... Oh, you looked it up! Thank you! An incident in 2017 about a certain brand of traditional medicine wine and how a doctor was arrested from voicing concerns about its ingredients and how it's poisonous, hence their attempt to stop slander or vilification of TCM by the general public. So I guess in summary, like somebody complained about TCM and they were like, stop doing that. More or less what I expected. But it's interesting to know that it kind of ties back to a specific incident. What browser am I using? Oh, this is just Chrome. This is just Chrome. 老火汤 is a thing outside of Guangdong region. I think we talked about this last stream too, where I was talking about the like, there's like a, I thought it was a Taiwanese soup. Is it a Guangdong thing? Guangzhou thing? I don't know. Thank you for 2017 lore. Indeed. Okay. Yeah, I should probably force myself to stop at this point. Let's find someone to. I think I should do the thing more often but when I start streaming, I'm like, hey guys, can you stop me at the 2.5 hour mark? Because every time I do that, chat starts yelling at me at 2 hours. And I always really appreciate that. Everyone's like, TikTok, Ying, it's been 2 hours. You should go to bed. And I'm like, oh, 10 more minutes. And then an hour later, I'm like, fuck. Okay, who are we rating? Let me take a look. Oh, Totori is streaming. Oh, but Bibo's also streaming. Okay, I know obviously I've rated Totori a lot. Please feel free to go visit her stream if you would like. But I'm gonna raid Bibo. Bibo's a really old friend of mine. We go all the way back to like OG Yutaite days in like 2012 on YouTube. But Bibo is now a really, really fantastic animator. They do a lot of really good work for... Who was it recently that they animated for? I feel like it was a HoloLive talent. Oh, Callie. Mori. Calliope Mori. She animated recently, which is very exciting. So go say hi to Bibo for me. Bibo's playing Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I hope this was yet another fun Wikipedia stream. For me it went fucking off the rails. I have so many tabs open. I don't know where to go from here, to be honest. It's a lot to handle. I'll see if I have an appetite to chew through it a little bit more. Maybe we can do a follow-up, or I can do a PowerPoint or something. I don't know, we'll see. I think that's a good stopping point. So whether it's morning, afternoon, or evening, have a wonderful time of day. Our next stream is on Sunday, and I'm gonna finish the Ghibli Book Nook that I last touched like almost a month ago. So that's the plan. I'll see you all next stream. Have a good one. Say hi to Bibo for me. Bye bye. Oh, hi Kamidomo. I just saw you. I didn't realize you were here. Hello, welcome, and goodbye. It has been fun. Thank you guys for enjoying with me. Bye. Bye bye.